Ooh. Evening. Evening. Well, that's a great start.
Can you guys hear me now? Oh my gosh, my mic was off on OBS. I am so sorry. I don't know why OBS turned my mic off. Thank you for saying that, Nathan. What's up, Nathan? What's up, Keith? What's up, Acer? What's up, Caitlin? What's up, Anthony? What's up, Henry? What's up, everybody watching? How are you guys today? What's up, Noah? Let me know how the audio is now that I have my mic properly turned on. How is my audio versus Andrew's voice in the music? Let me know.
Hey guys, how are we? I'm here also.
What's up, Cody? Welcome. Good. Glad you're doing good. It's all good. Awesome. Yeah, YouTube's being really weird. I don't understand. Now I can't even see why can't I see our current viewers either? That's very weird. I don't know why YouTube had to update this because it does not look good when they updated everything. But basically what I was saying when I thought I wasn't muted, sorry, I was running late today. A little bit late start in the morning, and then I sat down at about, I don't know, 1:03, 1:05 to start the stream, and YouTube updated everything in YouTube Studio, and I could not find where to copy and paste the stream key. I don't know why they completely changed everything around, and even right now, the format's really weird, and it's hard to see analytics and everything at the same time. So sorry about that, but we are live now. And sorry that I accidentally had my mic off in OBS, but we are all good now. Can hear you now. Good. This is fire. Well, thank you, man. I'm great. I'm great. What's up, Caitlin? How are you? Is Santa doing any test flies before Christmas? Or test flights? Possibly. I mean, I know Andrew posted that he went to New York City last week, and he posted a possible test flight ahead of Christmas over there. Santa is definitely known to do test flights before the big day. All right, we're going to catch up on the NORAD games since last time I talked to you guys, because that was on the website launch stream. Which was only day one, so we're going to catch up on everything now. Also, how do you guys like the new background? I'm really expanding my HQ this year, so you guys will have to stay tuned for December 23rd for my HQ stream to actually see my setup. But how are you guys liking my new background? A little sneak peek there. Andrew, do you want to go on Facecam?
I'm all good for now. I'm just sorting out stuff for Twitter.
Cool. Sounds good. Thank you, Harley. And Harley, you can come in VC if you are able. All right, background's fire. Thank you, Nathan. Means a lot. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start these games. Okay, so day 2, December 2nd would be Christmas reindeer. So let's start with that. I gave up with spelling 5 years ago. You're good, Nathan. Okay, let's play this. Oh, wait, I didn't even look at the directions. Hold on, I probably should look at that. Okay. Use W, A, and D keys. Or touch curl. I'll probably just use it. Touch controls to move and jump to the end of each level. How do I turn off the audio? That's the one thing I do not like about... Let's see, maybe I'll mute. I do not like that NORAD does it. Okay. Because their audio levels are always so louder than they need to be. Okay, how do I play this? So W, A, and D? Oh, okay. Jump. Okay, I see. Jump. There we go. Oh no, I landed on the spikes. What's up, G? How are you, man? Hard to believe it's only 10 days away. I know. Gabe, have you played Hyper Hockey? I have in the past, not this year. I remember that game from like past years, so I played it in the past, but I have not played it yet. I'll be playing all the games today, catching up on since our last stream on the NORAD website launch. Yes, I did see that, Acer. They are up. I mean, they're getting things ready for this year, and like I said, they just don't do public server tests anymore, so I'm not surprised about that at all. But yeah, they are getting okay now. Okay, that one. They are getting things ready for this year, though. I know, insane, Nathan. It's just okay. So what are the other touch controls? Because it's kind of hard to do on my keyboard. So I have to do W, A, and D, which is just such an awkward combination on my keyboard. But it said I can also use the touch controls, but like it's not really doing that. So I guess I would just stick with W, A, and D. It's weird that I just don't use the arrow keys. That's kind of weird, but okay, there we go. I got over that obstacle. Ooh, I just died there. Yeah, same, Nathan. And by the way, a little fun fact, guys. You know that fireplace behind me? It's an actual heater. That's actually what's keeping me warm right now in the studio. Because this particular studio doesn't have an actual like heat system through it. I have a heat system right outside my door. It just for some reason doesn't come into this studio. So that is an actual heater, not only as a prop, but it actually is heating my space here. Yeah, I would definitely play that, Caitlin, after I'm going to catch up on all the days one by one, but I would definitely do that once I get to that. What's up, Cody? Welcome in. Yeah, I mean, they won't, Acer. Ooh. Ooh, okay. I'm getting there. Ooh. Oh, man. I just want to get at least through one level. What's up, Elf? Welcome in. Okay. Oh, man. I'm not good at this game at all. Nice, Caitlin. What's up, Brianna? Welcome in. Okay. Ooh, man, I just want to get through one level at the very least. I'm not good at this. Shoot. Yeah, same, Nathan. Okay, if I can... Come on. Ooh. Wait, how do I don't know what that does. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. I don't know if I can continue this. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, yes. I think I did it. But how do I get up? Wait, how do I get up? Do you guys know how to get up? I'm confused. Oh, it's blocked by my webcam. That's funny. Hold on. Actually, it's still blocked. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I just want to show you what I mean. Where's my... Here we go. Oh my gosh. There we go. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to jump up here, and it's not doing anything. So if you guys have any suggestions or know what to do, let me know. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, Nathan. Yeah, I don't know, Acer. I didn't really pay attention to that at all. I mean, plus, it's not like a big deal because you never know with the route what's happening until it's happening. Literally, it's just when they used to test servers publicly, they just use past year's routes because that's all you can really do before the big day. I mean, as far as I'm aware, I mean, I think it was intentional by NORAD. It just they there's just, as of late, they just don't publicly test servers anymore, which is kind of funny because when they did publicly test servers, they there was more issues, and then like with the tracker, more glitches, and then they started doing it privately, and since then there's actually been less glitches within the tracker when they test servers privately versus publicly, which is very funny to me. But that's probably why. I mean, even though that doesn't really make sense, I mean, probably to the average person, it's funny how when they started testing it privately, that's when the glitches started being less, I guess. But if that is really the case, then that's just probably why. Anyway, I don't know how to get past this, so I think I'm just going to move on to the next game. I don't know why I can't get up to the finish line here when I'm literally completed everything I need to complete. So I'm just going to do day 3, Stacky Santa. Let's do that.
How many games have you missed? Like 9?
Yeah.
10? Wow. I haven't played any since the first day.
Wait, how do I play this again? Stacky Santa play. Touch, hold, release. Yo, Ethan, what's up? How are you, man? I'm good. Hyped for Christmas. Awesome to see you, Ethan.
Is that old, Ethan?
Yes.
Oh, what's up, man?
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Oops. Wait, I need to look at this again. Play, touch, hold, release. I'm confused here. Okay, let's see. Huh. Oh, I see. There we go. I'm getting the hang of it now. Yes, I did see that, Acer. Fun fact, Acer, that's how so for Christmas 2023, that's how I was able to like frame stuff for the main stream. Because when you have a complex stream overlay, it's really hard to frame stuff ahead of time. But it was because of that I was able to. And since I kept the same format in 2023, other than incremental changes, even though, it was kind of broken, I was still able to just keep the same format because I didn't actually change the structure of it and everything. So that's how I was able to do that for 2023, and then I just, did the same again in 2024. And it wasn't a big deal that it wasn't live because I kept the same format for the most part. Obviously, now I have a completely different stream overlay. So I went about it a different way, and because I knew I wasn't able to really use that as it's still broken, but I was able to go about framing things a different way this year that, I was able to still prepare accordingly and have everything all good even without that. Yo, Ethan, what's up, man?
Oh. Whoa.
Keep falling in level 2. On this game? Or are you talking about something else, Nathan? If you mean this game, yes, that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I keep messing up.
Do.
you don't know, guys, on our main tracking stream, we will, in fact, be opening up applications for 2026. So stay hyped. Probably, I assume, probably right when we start our main tracking stream is when we'll open up the applications for 2026. So stay tuned, everybody.
100%. 100%. I'm going to. Well, I don't think it matters if I say it on stream. I'll probably make a trailer that we'll play during the stream, maybe, or like not a trailer, but basically you're saying applications are live for 26.
Nice.
And the Nightbot command in the chat will be pinging it every so often. So everyone, if you're watching the stream, obviously there's Nightbot commands in the chat. For our Discord server, merchandise, you'll see it for the applications as well if you do want to apply for 2026.
And don't forget,
Can you hear me, guys?
Oh, yes, I can hear you, Ethan.
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
What were you going to say, Gabe?
I'm just making sure my stuff's working.
Yeah, it's working good on my end.
Good.
I was just going to say, Andrew, and don't forget, everybody, right when our main stream starts, those ETAs go live on our website at the exact same time. So what you see under me, amltruckers.com/ETA, right at 6 a.m. GMT, 10 p.m. Pacific, and 1 a.m. Eastern, the second our stream starts, those ETAs will be available on the map on our website that you see below me right now. Head over to amltruckers.com/ETA. Nightbot is also promoting that all the time, along with our socials as well. Yeah, stay tuned, because not only we have those Nightbot commands right now to see, the estimated time of arrival for, like, the countdown for different places for Santa, but starting at our stream when it begins, you'll be able to see that in each respective time zone across the world on our website. So stay tuned, guys.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good, guys. Gonna be good.
Your score in 3D Santa Jump is 789. Well, that's crazy, Caitlin. It's so hard. Yeah, I played that last year, I think. That's crazy, though. That's a decent high score in this game. Yeah, Nathan, same. What are you going to say, Andrew?
I'll probably add into our Christmas stream schedule as well. I think probably the 22nd, the evening of the 22nd. It's just going to be another stream, but like it's going to be a kind of Christmas countdown stream.
Oh, yes, you did that last year.
Yeah, none of us are obviously going to be talking, but it's going to be that type of stream where, say, have the Christmas countdown.
Yep.
NORAD countdown on, and just Christmas music in the background. Different countdowns for different streams I'm going to customize. Because once we start our first proper stream, which is, I think...
Santa Cam Marathon. Well, I guess proper, you mean talking pre-show for you.
Yeah, true. I'm looking now, actually. 1 second. Yeah, you're right. So once...
That's crazy how...
What, Ethan?
I thought my headset broke.
So it's crazy how fast...
How fast it's going? Yeah, I know. Your mic keeps cutting out, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like you get through 2 or 3 words, and then your mic cuts out.
I think I have a delay on my push to talk.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I do.
I'm talking on my phone.
Okay.
I don't have a...
Yeah, that's probably why. I haven't used push to talk in years. I just use.
Yeah, true. Yeah, same.
I'm not good at this game.
I use it because I live with my dad and brother, and.
Yeah, all I heard was I live with my dad and brother, because it must have some sort of delay on the push to talk. Oh my gosh, I'm not good at this. I know all I need to do is count, but just... I'm still not. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Oops, man. What's up, Joe? Awesome, glad to see you. MTN, what's up, man? How are you? What's going on? Hyped for Christmas, really. How are you? What's up, Caitlin? Do you know how long you stream will be? I'll probably go till 4 p.m. Mountain Time. So if you look at the clock below me, that's another like 2.5 hours.
Yo, MTN, how are you, man? How are we?
Same thing, Nathan. Yep.
Oh, Gabe, did I tell you, right? I went on the website to try order like a t-shirt, and oh man, it's giving me an estimated delivery date of like January like 10th or something.
What? Wait, you mean for AML?
Yeah,
You should have ordered it like a month ago.
I know, man. I left it so late, but I could pay an extra $40 like dollars for express delivery. So a t-shirt would cost me like $80 if I
Wow.
really wanted it. But
Shoot.
I guess I'll just wear a Christmas jumper for the stream.
Yeah. Yeah, if you ordered like a month ago, it would have been already here and you could have paid half the price.
I know, man. Crazy.
Yeah, all good, Ethan. Sounds good. Yeah, Nathan, I'm on level 3 right now. Probably move on to the next game here if I don't get past level 3. Ooh. All right, we're gonna move on to the next game. That was day 2. No, day 3. No, day 3. We're gonna go day 4, which is Santa Delivery. Yeah, I will, Caitlin. Let's see, A or enter or touch to start. Okay. Awesome, Acer. Yeah, I get that, Nathan. Wait, hold on. Oh, okay. This is hard. How do I... I'm trying to hit the left arrow key very fast, but now I can't do it. That's funny. Yeah, I agree, Caitlin. I think it is rigged. Level 1 was easy, level 2 hard. Yeah, definitely. Let me see. Okay. What is this all about? Okay. So, I don't understand. I get past that, and then why, when I press my left arrow key going back up, I can't really... Oh, I see. I see. What's up, Joe? How are you? I always accidentally hit my volume key every time I try to do arrow. Oh, okay. This is Santa Delivery, Caitlin. How do I'm trying to figure out. Huh. Yeah, I do too, Joe. I do not know how to get past level 3 here. Hope you guys are excited, though, for the main stream and all of our streams in general, everything we've done so far, everything upcoming. I mean, man, we've been preparing, or at least I've been preparing since, like, May for our 10th annual year. So I really hope you guys are excited for the main stream and all of our content in general, because it's going to be, obviously, the best that we have ever done.
Yeah, man, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be like... Yeah, we just hope everyone tunes in as much as they can. Share the stream with your friends, other Discord servers, social media. Share the links to the channel. Everything. It helps out a lot. So make sure you guys do all that jazz.
I think level 2 is rigged for me. I hit the up key to get to the top, to go to the left and go all the way to the top. I hit down key to go down and goes all the way to the bottom. My little rice fell in. You're good, Nathan. Yeah, I know. I can't get past level 3 now. Level 2 doesn't make sense. I was able to get past level 2 on Santa Delivery, but now I'm stuck on level 3. Anything happening? Just playing games, Elf. Catching up on all the games since last time we streamed. Okay, let's move on to Hyper Hockey, which would be day 5 of NORAD. I remember Hyper Hockey from last year. Although there's already been 2 games so far at least that have been brand new. Or at least that I've even played so far, and I'm only to level 5. Actually, yeah, let me see how many are new so far. Santa Dash, I believe, is new. Let's see, Santa Delivery, Hyper Hockey, not new. Stacky Santa could be new. Christmas Reindeer also, I think, is new. Gift Joy could be new or old. 3D Santa Run, definitely old. Rabbit, I think that's old. Christmas Gift Packing could be new. Pixel Christmas might be old. 3D Santa Jump, I think that's... Actually, I can't tell, because I know 3D Santa Run's old, but 3D Santa Jump actually might be new. Snowball World, I remember that from last year. That's old. Neon Bricks, that's old. Half of those, at least, though, are new, which is awesome to see. Okay, let's try Hyper Hockey. Oh, good, Joe. Yeah, I gave up on level 2 on the day 4 game. Yeah, I mute my sound and every time I change games, it turns the volume back on. I know, Nathan. At least I was able to turn it off, because on desktop, I was able to right-click on the tab and press mute site. So now it stays muted, which is what I want, at least for streaming. Acer, yeah, that would be actually kind of funny. One thing I did want to talk about the ISS, though, is I know some people were saying last year that, oh my gosh, it's in the same spot. I just want to explain, or in a similar spot, I want to explain how the ISS works. So I did a little bit of recon over the summer to try to figure out, you know, where Santa goes to the ISS and all that. And I cross-referenced since with official NASA data. If you don't know, NORAD tracks the ISS in precise time. When the ISS happened to be in the same spot last year, or at least a similar spot than the year before, that is purely a coincidence. That is not planned. I cross-referenced it with like NASA data, and I found out that it just happened to be in the same exact spot 2 years in a row, which is very rare. The only theory I could come up with was because 2024 was a leap year, it disrupted the usual rotation around the Earth where the ISS would be every given year on Christmas. Because usually it rotates across several different locations every year. It goes back and forth, rotates every year, right? But last year was the only instance where we saw it around the same place 2 years in a row, and that is purely because it just happens to be in the same spot. Because the thing about the ISS, you cannot predict where it will be. Oh, I mean, really, only you can predict the rough location within a couple days at best. But the exact location you won't know until it's happening, because that's how the ISS works. It's how it travels around. Within, like I said, a day or two, you can get a rough idea, though, on where it will be. But, other than that, days, really weeks, months, all that in advance, you don't know until it's happening, at least until the coming days, or the days leading up to when it happens, if that makes sense. So, that, just because it was in a similar spot, that NORAD has nothing to do with that. Looking at historical NASA data, it just happened to be in the same spot 2 years in a row, which, like I said, is very rare. So I would say the odds are very, very low that it's in the same spot again. Like I said, I just think because it was a leap year, it just somehow disrupted the usual rotation and it got thrown off, and it just happened to be in the same spot. So FYI for that, if people are like, why was it around the same spot? It's because the ISS, travels around the world, and it was a complete coincidence that it happened to land on that. So, anyway, point being is I'm almost certain the ISS will be in a different spot this year, and I will have a ETA for it come our main tracking stream, both on our website and also on our Nightbot commands that you can. And although I could still be off because they're hard to predict, I have a feeling I'll be at least closer than I did last year for the ISS. Oh crap, I just put in my own goal. But yeah, anyway, I wanted to say that. Although I can't predict for sure where the ISS will be, I think I'll have a better idea, so stay tuned for the main tracking stream, and we'll see how close I get for my ISS ETA.
Do you have an ETA yet now?
I have it for the site. It's gonna go live basically with everything else.
Fair.
When our main stream starts, if that makes sense.
Cool.
So all the ETAs will go live at once on our website at 6 UTC or 6 a.m. GMT when our main stream starts. I'm not good at this. Okay, I gotta exit out of it for a second because I need to drink some water. Yeah, the AI keeps winning over me too. Nathan. Yes, Caitlin, the Santa tracker is 100% real. It is. Oh, you're saying do you mean I can tell? Because I stayed awake and literally I heard it on my roof. I'm assuming, Caitlin, you mean I can tell that NORAD's 100% real. Because, yes, it is. Every year, at the exact same time that NORAD comes through my area, I hear stuff either in my roof or in my house. All that. So, yeah. It definitely is the most accurate and most real tracker that you're ever going to get, Caitlin. But, yeah. It's crazy good, and that's why we use it. We don't use any other tracker because every other tracker is just not accurate. Awesome, Joe. You have to wait and see, Acer. Like I said, it's very hard to predict, but come tracking day, when our mainstream starts, the ISS ETA will be available, and we'll see how close I get. Yeah, same, Nathan. Let's go, Nathan. That's what I meant. Yeah, I figured, Caitlin. Yeah. That's awesome, Nathan. That was 12 years ago. Man. Yeah, I hear stuff every year, man. Okay, let's try to do it. Did I even? That's fine. I don't think I even drank my water. That was the whole point why I paused the game. Caitlin, I do not believe Google Santa Tracker is real, or at the very least, it's very inaccurate. I'm just going to say that, Caitlin. We don't use Google. I don't use Google because it's so inaccurate. It's usually 2 hours off. There's only like one instance where Google is very close to NORAD, and that's so Google takes off an hour before NORAD. So Google begins, Google starts being ahead of NORAD because they take off an hour before. But then a few hours into the route, NORAD starts to catch up, and then they meet around Southeast Asia. And then after Southeast Asia, Google falls way behind, and for the rest of the tracker, Google is 1 to 2 hours behind. So NORAD or Google starts 1 hour ahead, and then after a few hours they meet up, and then Google falls 2 hours behind. So, point being, not accurate. And this isn't just like my opinion or our team members' opinion or even whatever. Like, everybody that I know of is in really good agreement that Google is not accurate. I mean, pretty much every viewer I've ever talked to, like to you guys, has all agreed pretty much exactly the same. So everybody is in pretty much full agreement. At least in my space of me and my members and then everybody we talk to on stream who's watching, everybody is usually in pretty good agreement that Google is always inaccurate. So it's not only just my experience, the fact that Google gets to my house almost 2 hours later than, or at least, okay, I know for a fact it did when I lived in Oregon, but if you don't know, I moved to Idaho over the summer. So it'll be interesting to see how inaccurate Google is this time too, now that I'm in a new house. But literally every year I've ever looked at Google, it's 2 hours behind my location. And at the bare minimum for everybody who I've talked to, it's at least been an hour behind. So not a good tracker. Yo, Ethan.
Is this any better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I found my headset and I turned off push to talk, but I don't know if that's better or worse.
It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, Caitlin, it's NORAD's the most real tracker, most accurate and real tracker that you'll ever get, really. That's why we use it. And yeah, Joe's correct on that. They've been it's the military. They've been tracking for 70 years now. It's our 70th anniversary. It's our 10th year tracking as well. So we're both celebrating milestones this year.
Only another 60 years to go to catch NORAD.
I know, right? I wonder what the longest team, like the longest year, the most amount of years a team has gone for. We know Yansu was like, what, 15 years? But
Yeah,
I don't know if
Yansu.
anybody was ever longer than that.
Nah, it was definitely Yansu.
Yeah.
I think we're the second longest at this point.
At this point, yeah, I think we are.
Yeah.
No, we are the longest. Since
Yeah, now that
they kinda
Yansu's
retired.
gone, yeah, we are the most active, longest team at this point.
Is there, I don't know, man. Is there any other teams out there nowadays?
There are teams, but they're all smaller. The only streamers that stream NORAD that are bigger than us aren't Santa tracking people. They're just other.
Yeah.
They're just
Media
YouTubers that
outlets
do
and stuff
other.
like that.
Well, yeah, media channels, but not even that. I mean, like for example, like one of my good friends, Just Weather. He does awesome weather content. I was watching him even to begin with because I'm obviously into weather and I love his content. But like for example, he does Santa tracking, which is really cool. But his main thing is weather, and obviously Sonic also does tracking, which he's awesome too. But again, he's a gaming channel, not tracking channel. So there's people like that too who have a bigger audience but aren't dedicated to tracking. But we are absolutely the the highest dedicated tracking channel on YouTube, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
We are the highest.
100%.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna move
No, if
on.
Yansu stuck around, that'd be a different story.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, then we would be the second. But yeah, absolutely. All right, AI is winning over me right now. So let's move on to day 6, which is gift joy. Let me catch up on chat first, though. The new cams caught us off guard in 2023. They remade some of the cams, which we really only got a major new location, while for DSP, Cape Cod, and Colorado Springs were just re-recorded. Yes, correct. I expect the potential for new cams this year. I still think between 2025 and 2026, we'll see a lot more stuff. Whether that all lands on this year, I don't know. I think maybe some of it will, but it's possible the bigger changes wait till next year. But we'll have to wait and see. So I'm late. Just finished work. Can't believe I forgot to book Christmas Eve off this year. You're good, Everton. I'm glad to see you. And yeah, that sucks, man. That really sucks. Caitlin, well, how long has Google been tracking Santa? That's a hard question because the way Google phrases it on their own branding is not really correct. It's weird. So for some reason, Google claims they've been tracking since 2004, 2005, 2006. That's not true. I don't know why they say that. I think the only reason why they got away with saying that was because that's when they partnered with NORAD in the mid 2000s. But if you go on their branding, whether it's their About Us, somewhere on their thing, I know it shows it on Wikipedia for sure. They said somewhere in the mid 2000s they started tracking, which yes, that's when they partnered with NORAD. Because
if that were true, I'd probably remember it. So mid 2000s was when Google partnered with NORAD to provide Google Maps, but NORAD still tracked. And then in 2012 they parted ways, and then that's when Google made their own Santa tracker that they are doing separately. It's not mid-2000s. It was 2012 when they actually created their own tracker. I think they just got away with saying that because their point was, whoa, we partnered with Google since mid-2000s, so we've been tracking since mid-2000s, but that's not actually true. It was technically 2012. If we're talking a separate Santa tracker made by Google, it was 2012. So, just funny because they're like, oh yeah, we've been tracking since 2005, and we're coming up on our 20th year anniversary. I'm like, no, you aren't. Stop saying that.
We all know Flight Radar. Flight Radar is the best tracker anyway.
Oh no, man, that's the worst tracker ever.
Amazing.
I would say so. Best tracker, NORAD.
Don't even bring up Flight Radar.
I know. Best tracker is always going to be NORAD, and then Flight Radar is the worst. I don't like Google either, but I at least have to admit Google is at least better than Flight Radar. Okay, let's play day 6, Gift Joy.
That is true. Now you got to give Google props though. They update their website every year.
No, they don't.
Do they not?
No, it's okay. Let me tell you something about Google. It's exactly the same website. Yeah, maybe they add new games, just like NORAD does. But despite the games added, the website has been exactly the same since 2012. Their tracker has been exactly the same since 2012. It's a copy and paste route ever since they started in 2012. That's why I hate Google.
Oh.
They don't change anything other than activities. That's the only thing they change.
I thought they changed everything.
No, they changed. They're worse than NORAD when it comes to updates. They're way worse.
All right, man. That just tells you how tuned in I've been the past few years with Google, man.
As for us catching up to Yansu, we're almost already halfway there.
Yeah, subscribers.
Subscriber-wise.
Even before Yansu retired, for a good 5 years, we actually had more subscribers than Yansu continuously, up until their last year when they gained a lot of subscribers before they retired. But up until their last year, we actually had more subs than Yansu for a solid few years.
You're at almost at 400, almost at 4K subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
We're not that far behind them, really.
I don't know how many subscribers they have, to be honest.
They're like 3 point something.
Yeah, like, I'm bad at math, but we're close.
Yeah, and like I said, up until 2023 or 2024, we had more. 3, I guess, because that's when they retired. Up until 2023, we actually did have more subs than them. But for their last year, I know they had so much support for their last year, and props to them too, because I mean they were a great team, and they got flooded with support. You know, those last couple of years before they retired, which is awesome to see. But yeah. I do know logo blocks, Caitlin. I'm not going to really discuss that.
I tuned into their streams.
Yeah.
I'm not to support them on that one.
Absolutely, yeah. But yeah, Caitlin, I'm not going to really discuss logo blocks too in depth, but I just would not advise watching him or people like him because they're just he streams all year round, and he has a tendency to fake the tracker by just re-uploading past clips of NORAD all year round. He did the same with East Mountain Films with Tep C2, and actually East had to copyright him and take down the stream this past Easter. But yeah, I do not advise watching logo blocks.
I knew you were. I didn't even hear who you were talking about. I just knew you were talking about that guy.
Oh yeah.
How does he do it, man? How does he 24/7 about 7 different streams? How is that possible?
You can do it all. You can do it all on one computer. Like it would be. I mean, assuming I had really good Wi-Fi, I could do it. It just the probably either what he's doing, he has really good Wi-Fi and can do it, or I'm sure he has multiple team members streaming at once. It's one of those two, because you can stream multiple streams at once just with one computer. It just I don't do that because I don't have good enough Wi-Fi to do that, and there's no point to do that anyway because that just spams the algorithm and makes it so hard for anybody else to grow.
Oh, 100%. I mean, but like how can he afford the energy bill? Like, there's no way.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if not, then he absolutely would then have to have tons of team members across the country and or world who's also streaming on the same account. Maybe. Because, I mean, yeah, you can do that. I mean, you can either way, if you have good enough Wi-Fi or you just have multiple people streaming at once, you can absolutely do that easy. It just, I would never advise to do that because it just, yeah, it's not the best thing to do for the tracking community, but hey, whatever.
Yeah. True.
Okay, let me catch up on chat before I play Gift Joy. Plus, my point is too, I mean, the only thing where I would never stream multiple streams at once on YouTube because that's a crappy thing to do. But I mean, the thing that you said a couple years ago is like, oh, it would be cool to cross-platform it, so stream on TikTok, YouTube, and that's the only instance where it's like, okay, that's different, obviously, because you're getting out to more people. The reason why I'm not doing that though is because, unfortunately, if you do that, you're going to mess up your engagement, because if YouTubes are no longer your main thing and you're prioritizing other platforms, it's going to be a lot harder to get good engagement on just one because it's going to be tried to spread across multiple platforms. It's a good idea in theory to try to, stream out to multiple things, but for me, the best way I was able to figure it out was like, I'm only streaming on YouTube because that's our top priority, and the fact that we want to prioritize engagement on YouTube, not get less engagement so we can get a few more on TikTok. So the way I did it was just I'm promoting it across all platforms to bring everybody to YouTube. In my opinion, that's the best way to do it, and that's what I've been doing. Yeah, I won overtime. Yeah. How's your day been? I've been good, Everton. How about you? When does Flight Radar open? Oh, you mean Radar on NORAD's website? I don't think they're doing that this year. It's odd that it's not here. If you mean Flight Radar, they open on like December 22nd or early on the 23rd and start tracking 12 hours before Santa takes off because sure, that makes sense. But and if you're talking about Radar on NORAD's website, they don't have that. Maybe they won't have that this year at all. You guys will catch up to NORAD or Yansu's old following. Wasn't built in a day. Each of your viewers and subs increase here. Absolutely, G. I 100% agree with you, man. Our support has been crazy lately and over the years in general. Flight radar 0 out of 5. Absolutely. What's up, Alicia? How are you? I'm great. Not long-tail tracking. Cannot wait. So I think Google was most definitely because they partnered with NORAD. I would say Google was instrumental in really making the experience intuitive for NORAD. Interesting. Yeah, I just don't. I mean, when they were together, it was different because all Google did was provide animation. I mean, when they were together, they provided animation, mapping, all that, which they were a great team because Google wasn't involved with tracking. They were just involved with everything that people complain about that NORAD lacks this day. Is I still love everything they do, and I'm hyped for it every year, and they do innovate. I will say that. NORAD still does innovate, even if people say they don't. They still do. I'm just saying, at least compared to when they were with Google, they obviously innovated more then. I think it's just because Microsoft has less resources than Google. But like I said, they were a good team because Google had all that ability to just revamp every single year because they provided all the animation, all the development, for the most part at least, all the mapping, and NORAD just tracked. And then Google was able to like form that together into a really good product. And then obviously they parted ways in 2012, but then ever since Google has parted ways with NORAD, it's like Google sucks. I mean, like I said, without NORAD and Google together, Google on its own absolutely sucks. They do not innovate at all, and every year. Like I said, since 2012, it's been practically been the same site, other than new activities that they add year to year. And the route is exactly the same because they don't have the tracking from NORAD to be able to do that anymore. So point being, it's just like Google really fell off after they parted ways with NORAD. But I will say that I do agree with you, G, on when Google was with NORAD, because of the resources they had for development, mapping, animation. I do agree with you. They made the experience very intuitive for NORAD to begin with because they had all that ability. But without the team up, Google on its own is not good. But still, even without the team up, NORAD on its own is still very good. So big props to NORAD for that, because Google cannot keep up on their own. Yeah, Holiday Tracker Hub is also very bad. It's like 4 hours behind NORAD, or at least I remember like when, at the very least, when NORAD gets to Italy, or when Holiday Tracker Hub gets to Italy, it's like 4 hours behind NORAD, which is so bad. Maybe it's 4 hours ahead of NORAD. It's either 4 hours behind or ahead of NORAD, but it is not good. Google's tracker has been pretty much the same, but quite frankly, I think the site is built for more around the games and countdown rather than the tracking experience. Exactly, G. Google prioritizes games, NORAD prioritizes tracking. That's the difference there. That's why, yeah, I will agree. Google's games are, I mean, they can be more better than NORAD, but since NORAD's mission is tracking, they prioritize tracking, and big props to them because Google does not prioritize that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, Caitlin, there you go. 2004. Yeah, Google, that's the year that I was trying to think of. That's what people, that's what Google pretends that they started in 2004. No, that's when they partner with NORAD. They didn't start their own tracker till 2012. So it's odd that if you go to Wikipedia or if you go to Google's mission statement and like, oh yeah, we began in 2004. No, you didn't. But anyway. But I guess by technicality, they can say that because that's when they started tracking with NORAD, partnered up with them. But it's just dumb, in my opinion. I frankly don't know why they made a more intuitive experience with Google Maps. They are more capable of it like they did with NORAD. Yeah, I know. I know, G. It's like Google could only stay intuitive when they were partnering up. Unless that wasn't even Google's like mission after they parted ways. They didn't really care. They were just like, we're gonna make our own tracker and make it look more Google. and focus on the games, because that sounds like more of a Google thing to do, rather than like focus in coding and getting games going that are unique to Google. Versus NORAD. I do like their games though, to be fair, but NORAD obviously has like sponsorships with different game companies to be able to include these games within their site, versus Google has their own games that are all coded for them specifically. But I think that's probably why they just wanted to make their own thing, and they didn't really care that I don't know, that it looked like NORAD, because they were trying to do something different. But like I said, the way that they went about it, I've just never been a fan of. What's up, Marguerite? Oh, I forgot to add you as mod. Let me do that right now. Okay, I just made you mod, Marguerite. Sorry, I forgot to do that before. Yeah, Joe, Marguerite reached out to me because she wanted another account, like mod or whatever, for tracking, so I just forgot to add it. The blocks do -5 stars. Yeah. How come Google has more stars than NORAD? On what exactly?
Probably ratings, no?
Huh? Oh, ratings?
Surely,
oh, probably, yeah. I mean,
surely not.
I mean, if you're talking about the App Store, it's possible. I mean, not in general, but on the App Store it's possible, because there's probably just specific glitches, but I mean that maybe people report and that's why. But I don't think in general, just like on the internet in general, Google has more stars than NORAD. I think it just may be particular to like an Android app, for example, and that's why it looks like that, or iPhone, whatever you're looking at. Yes, me too. Oh, that's I just saw. I'm so excited to track Santa again that Leisha said it, but then I realized she said with AML. I'm like, me too. Like, I'm not the co-owner of AML. But yeah, thanks, Leisha. It means a lot. What's up, Santa and Easter Bunny tracking 23? I think you're holiday tracking, right? Like I said in last stream, YouTube changed their like the title of people's names on the chat to their username, and not the title of their channel for some reason. But so if I call you something different than I usually do, that's probably why. Yeah, at the very least, Ethan, Google is more accurate than Flight Radar. And you are right. That is saying something, because you would think Flight Radar would be good because they track airplanes. But yeah, I do agree with you there. I mean, Flight Radar is the absolute worst. Google's the second worst. And then NORAD's always going to be the best. Yeah, Caitlin, I just think the star thing is just because, like I said, maybe some certain users on the App Store had a glitch or something, and then it just brought down the average. I don't think that's actually true to the tracking experience online itself. It's probably more centered to just an individual issue, either with Apple or with Android. Man, that's crazy, Mike. We'll get some sleep tonight for sure. I think Holiday Flatpad is just inaccurate. It's just an inaccurate NORAD clone, not just timing is off. They put DSP and NORAD says something they should not. They do that, Acer? Yeah, that should not be allowed. No, that should not be allowed. It's one thing. Well, but the weird thing, Acer, is I know Holiday Tracker Hub has a completely different route than NORAD. Not just the timing, but I know their cities and stuff are. It's just a different route. I believe he goes to like it's he goes to like the Pacific Oceania Islands first instead of the normal going to Russia first. So I know it's a completely different route, but you're telling me that they actually use NORAD assets too? Because if so, that should not be allowed. Because obviously they can't lie and say that they have access to the DSP satellite, especially since if it's completely different on NORAD's site, then yeah, they're just digging a deeper hole for themselves. That's crazy. Oh, good, Marguerite. Hope you're doing good. All right, Nathan, see you in a bit. Greg Gabe, I'm not sure if you remember the 2012 Santa cams that had no narration. Oh, yeah, I do remember that. I mean, not from, like, memory, like, actually watching them in 2012, but, I mean, I've seen those 2012 cams over the past several years, like, when I've gone back and looked at them. I have been tracking with NORAD and in general since 2010. NORAD is the only service that I've ever tracked with, like actually. And I started all that in 2010. So I just don't have a good enough memory from like in the moment. For some reason, I can only think back to like maybe 2013 in terms of actually remembering tracking in the moment, other than just looking at archives and stuff. But I know I've been tracking since 2010. But I do remember that G for the cams because I've gone back and looked. Well, really, it's because of Andrew's Santa Cam Marathon too. I've gone back and
which one?
The 2012 Santa Cams. You know, the ones without narration.
Yeah.
It's kind of a vibe though. I kind of like just the music, the calm music, and that's it for that year. Again, it makes sense they did that because that was the year that they parted ways with Google, and they didn't have time to properly like get with like what is it called, Cesium and Microsoft, and what is that other company called that also has a part? It's like it's not analytics, but it starts with an A, something like that. That company, Cesium and Microsoft, it was their first year all partnered up together, so it makes sense they didn't have like the proper time to get everything together, and I'm sure they didn't hire a NORAD spokesperson at the time to do the voiceover, so it just made sense that it was definitely a filler year just to try to, you know, get to the next chapter. But I do remember that, like, you know, when Andrew's done the Santa Cam marathons, and just in general when I've looked back at old Santa Cams, I do remember that from 2012, and like it was interesting, but also I kind of liked it. I think it was just a cool year. Just it's more unique, I guess. I like that they do voiceovers. Some people may think, you know, it's like, why are they not doing voiceovers? But again, I think it's just they had to do something to get to the next chapter, and they didn't have all the resources that first year. But like I said, I kind of like it. I kind of liked it was just 1 year was just music.
I loved my favorite cams are probably the ones, you know, and they basically everyone. How do I explain it? Everyone's like talking in the background, if you know what I mean. They're kind of like old versions.
Yes.
You know what I'm on about, where like they're talking about like different radars and stuff like that.
Yes. Yeah.
Them ones are very good.
Yeah. I'll play Gift Joy in a minute, guys. I'm just catching up on chat, so don't worry, I'll get to it in a minute. But I've just been talking for the last, I don't even know, half an hour, so sorry I haven't been playing games, but y'all are being really active in the chat, so thank you guys. But yeah, I mean, the one thing that I'm a little disappointed about is I missed the Santa Cam trailers. I don't know why they don't do the Santa Cam trailers anymore. Ever since 2021 or 2020, somewhere in there, that's when they stopped doing the Santa Cam trailers, and I do miss those. I really do. XP is a new thing, Caitlin, where like the more you chat, the higher rank you are. So if you're number 1 on XP, that means you're chatting a lot. And if you're lower, that just means you're chatting less. But XP is just a way to rank people's chat activity, basically. Our final, when will your final stream be this year? You mean final before the main stream? or final period. Because before the main stream, the last one will be the my HQ stream on the 23rd at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, and 10 p.m. GMT on the 23rd. But if you're talking about the last stream of the year, that'll obviously be part 3 of the main tracking stream that ends on December 25th by about 2:30 Pacific time AM, 5:30 Eastern, and 10:30 GMT. I'm great, Marguerite. First place, you mean in the XP? Yeah, that just means you're the most. I guess you're the person who's shedding the most right now, or at least it's ranked you that way. That's why. The final stream will be end of the tracking this year. Yes. What's up, Michael? Oh God, no, Acer, do not use Holiday Flight Path. Yeah, I don't want. I'm not trying to like start anything, but big issue. I was involved with NORAD and stuff with Holiday Flight Path. It's not a good tracker. They illegally, they claimed they were partnered with NORAD, which was illegal. NORAD got involved. I was involved with that thing. I think it happened over the summer. I was just slightly involved with NORAD. But yeah, do not use it. Nobody use Holiday Flight Path. They pretend they are partnered with NORAD when they're not. I think NORAD, after that all went down, I think NORAD made them change the claim to where they weren't partnered because they illegally did that. It was a big thing. But all they're doing is they looked at, I think, last year's route, copy and pasted it. Not a real tracker. Do not use it. Do not give that tracker business. Just do not. What, Andrew?
Wait, which tracker?
Holiday Flight Path. This dude did the same exact thing with TEPC. And I think East had to, did East take it down too? Last year or the year before. Really? Yes. And then NORAD, like I said, I was involved with a little bit of this over the summer. NORAD became aware of this, forced them to take down their claim because saying you're partnered up with NORAD when you're not is very illegal. And I was able to make that aware with NORAD. They were, and I believe I wasn't completely involved with the whole situation, but I was involved a little bit though. And I think, if I'm not wrong, NORAD ended up taking down, or not taking down, but NORAD ended up making them take down the claim that they were partnered with them when they weren't. And NORAD's point was okay, it's not illegal to repost a route from last year or the year before because it's not real. So that's why they didn't take down the tracker. They just took down the claim that was illegal, which they were able to take care of that. But although it's not illegal to show something from the year before, it's 100% fake. All they're doing is looking at last year's route and replaying it as if it's real. Think logo blocks streaming, only it's a website that you track on when it's really not. So I encourage the entire tracking community to please stay away from Holiday Flight Path. Because I know so much more behind the scenes of what happened in the business model and the person who runs it. And I'm really not trying to start drama or anything, but I know a lot of behind the scenes stuff. And all I'm saying is, please, everybody in the community, do not use that tracker. Do not give them business, and please encourage everybody not to use it because there's just so much that I found out behind the scenes. That's all I'm going to say. What's up, Nathan? Welcome back. No, Santa Light, I know that app. It's on the App Store. Not accurate at all, Caitlin. Yeah, Joe kind of initiated the whole thing with NORAD, and I was able to also get in contact with the main developer slash manager, program manager of NORAD this year. And so Joe kind of initiated the whole thing, and I also have his contact information, and we took care of the whole claim thing because that was illegal. But like I said, technically NORAD can't just take down a website because they were playing something from last year. They took care of the whole thing with them illegally claiming that they were partnered. But
so what did they do? Did they sorry for interrupting. Did they like copy and paste the whole, like the same format, everything, like, or
yes.
did they make their own design or anything?
Correct.
No?
I mean, yes. I mean, they copy. I mean, think NORAD, but I mean let's see. So the like last seen and heading for is a little bit different. I mean, think like last seen, heading for, gifts delivered, distance from you. I think they added, but think like TEPC in terms of last seen, heading for, distance from you. But then the Santa model and all the information was just copied and pasted from past year's routes, and they're passing it off as completely real. And they went they went out of their way to falsely claim that they were partnered with NORAD. So Joe kind of, I think, discovered that, and we took it to NORAD and all that, to where we were able to make him take down the claim that they were partnered with NORAD, because that was illegal. NORAD was not happy with that, and they were able to fix that claim, get it taken down. But again, to NORAD's point, they can't take down a website because last year's route or something was replayed. They obviously took down the partnership claim because that was 100% illegal. But that's kind of where we're at now. So even though that they fixed the whole partnership thing, the problem, I mean, at this point, I just do not advise anybody to use it because they are 100% fake. All they're doing is going on NORAD's route. Even DSP, like another thing to Acer's point, like kind of what Holiday Tracker Hub is, like I guess what Acer said he did, but it's even worse because it's literally exactly the same but past year's stuff. So just don't use it because when it comes down to it, it's not going to be accurate. It's not a real tracker. Like the changes you'll see in NORAD aren't going to be reflected on there because they don't know anything. So that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to talk too much more about it, but I just wanted to make that clear because I just don't want people to be tricked by somebody who's trying to take advantage of the tracking community and had problems with NORAD. Awesome, Nathan. Pizza sounds good. Oh, yeah, Caitlin, I wouldn't advise using Santa Light either. Really, anything other than... I mean, I would use NORAD. That's always my recommendation to get the most accurate stuff. Yeah, Caitlin, every single Santa tracker is not accurate except for NORAD. So even the ones on the App Store, none of them are accurate. Will do, Michael. Honestly, Caitlin, the only apps I advise using for Santa tracking is just NORAD. That's it. Honestly, that's all I advise. What am I checking, Michael? You said check Discord. I have nothing from you on Discord. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna catch up on the game soon. Sorry, guys. Okay. Okay. It's actually 2018 they stopped doing the Cinecam trailers. No, they've been doing it longer than that, Acer. I know that because I remember the 2021, like, it's ingrained into my brain. Let me look it up. NORAD track Cinecam trailer 2020. Yeah, here we go. Let me make sure. Do they have 2021? No, 2020. Yeah, they stopped. The last one was 2020. I have it right here. See if I can actually find. Because I don't want to just put up somebody's random channel. I wonder, does NORAD have an actual link to it? I'm not sure. Anyway, I see it on YouTube. I'm not going to play it, but I see it on YouTube. NORAD Track Santa 2020 Cinecam trailer was the last one they did for their 65th anniversary.
Yeah. I'm actually missing them.
I know, I do too. That's what I was just saying. I miss them too.
It feels like they do put less effort into trailers.
Well,
though,
I mean, they put,
in my opinion,
starting in 2021. It's when they started live action stuff, which I don't mind too. I think it's interesting how they like went into that. I mean, yeah, they don't do Cinecam trailers anymore, but they still put effort into like live action stuff with like actual people involved in the trailer, which I think it's a pretty innovative idea. I just wish they would do that and the Santa tracker, or the Cinecam trailers. Like I said, I like their live action stuff that they do now. I think they do a really good job, and it was a cool switch that they did after 2020. I really do like them. I just wish they would continue to do the Cinecam trailers. Do both.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, Acer, I'm not expecting that at all. I don't know if they'll ever do that again. It would be awesome if they do, but who knows? Yeah, I know Caitlin's insane. The only apps I would recommend using are NORAD and our website. Yes, thank you, Michael. Yes, so if you want up-to-date ETAs... Wait, has anybody done an ETA command so far? I just want to make sure, like at least in this stream. I know people did last stream or the stream before, but I just want to make sure that they're working right now. Because I don't know if I've seen anybody do a command yet this stream, but somebody does that, then great. Thank you, Nathan. Cool, so that's working, like I said, and then amltrackers.com/ETA, the second our stream starts, that's when you will be able to come on the website and look anywhere across the world and get an ETA in the time zone that the ETA is in. So if you go to Russia and click on someplace in Russia when our stream starts on our website, then that means then you can see the arrival time when he'll get to that place in Russia, their time. Or if you come over to the US, to Illinois, it will be in Illinois time, all that. And a lot of these places that we have are spread across multiple time zones. So if that's the case, it will list multiple time zones. If you're in Eastern Russia and then there's two different time zones, that's because there's two time zones for the Eastern Russia region. Just like the same thing for like for Idaho, for example, there's two different time zones. Or Indiana, when you click on that, there will be two different time zones because it's split down through Indiana too for different time zones. So once that goes live and you go to our ETAs, if there's two times or even more than that, if there's multiple times, that's because it's factoring in the fact that there's multiple time zones across said region. So I hope you guys are excited to be able to use that because we're the only service and or team, whatever you want to call it. Our website's the only service. We're the only team that has this capability for these ETAs. So I hope you guys are really excited to use it on the website as well, in addition to the Nightbot commands, which we've been doing for a year now. But obviously we expanded the Nightbot commands even more so this year, and then added that ETA element to the website. So things are going to be really hype. What's up, Kobe? Welcome in. Are you going to have more updates than last year? You mean for the ETAs, Caitlin? There's definitely more ETAs this year than last year. Absolutely. And like I said, you can kind of see that because you can use the commands right now on the ETAs. And then once our stream starts, you'll be able to use the ETAs on our website. But yes, absolutely more this year than last year. We have over 400 regions this year, which is crazy. Yeah, Acer 2020. That's what I looked up online, and that was the last one. Yeah, Joe, don't worry. I mean, in terms of any problems, again, we'll be using approved users and all that, so we don't have to worry about any problems in the chat or whatever. There's already been, there's been several people just in the past month since we started streaming again for the season, I guess month and a half, that kind of cause issues, or like cause issues even on just with me personally, that I got rid off of chat already, and that will just continue to be the case when we turn on approved users for the mainstream. You guys don't have to worry about trolls, or even not even just trolls, but just people who have started a lot of drama with me just in the past 2 months that I banned off chat. And like I said, nobody else will be able to join chat that I don't approve with approved users. So you guys won't have to worry about that. I prefer real Christmas trees, although the one behind me is artificial, Alicia. But we will be getting our tree maybe even tomorrow, possibly. And it'll be a real one upstairs in our main living room area in our house. But I have the artificial one for my studio behind me. I do prefer real. Though for my studio, I kind of like artificial because I don't really have to worry about, like, really anything with, like, keeping up with watering it, and also, like, all the, just, what am I trying to say? The, what are they called? I'm not thinking right now. The needles? No, that can't be it. Is it? No, not needle. You know what I'm saying. The things on the tree. I'm not making sense right now. But, in a real tree, you always get, like, the branches, I guess, always, like, get off, like, the tree and kind of makes a mess. Especially with our cats that we have. It's always a big thing. Which is, like, whatever upstairs because I prefer real trees. It's whatever. But if I didn't want to obviously do that twice, be like taking it, so I have an artificial one down here. Long story short, but anyway. Yeah, I saw that, Acer. I saw that. Yeah, for our 8th year of tracking, so 2023, I kind of did a Santa Cam thing, but like not really. I included some and used some old NORAD music that they used to do. But I combined it. I mean, it was a trailer 2 years ago for our 8th annual stream, so I combined it with moments from AML and then also Santa Cam stuff into kind of a Santa Cam X AML moment trailer for our 8th annual year. So that was like the closest I've ever done to doing something like that. I didn't do anything like that this year, although I did use old like 2012 NORAD Santa Cam music for the We Are Back season kickoff on like the 31st. I just like using old NORAD stuff that NORAD doesn't use anymore because it's like, might as well. I do miss that kind of stuff. Absolutely, Acer. Yes, Nathan, thank you. Yeah, the Vortex, Joe. I also implemented that into my ETAs, if you don't know. Not only the ETAs are, based on what has happened in the past, but also they are based on your guys' experiences. So I factored, like, for example, my experience, Joe's experiences, any other team members' experiences who have kind of mentioned it over the past few years. I've also implemented that into the ETA. So it's not only just an historical documentation, it's also based on your experiences, my experiences, to make the ETAs even more accurate. So for Joe's circumstance with the Vortex, how he goes to Munster, Indiana, flies over Chicago, goes to like Iowa and Wisconsin, and then comes back to Chicago to officially deliver in Chicago, but goes over like the Chicagoland area with areas point south of Chicago Metro, which is where Joe would be delivered to earlier a lot of the time than the actual Chicago stop. For example, I factored that into the ETAs. So like those kind of vortex things, I factored in based off your guys' experiences too. Again, nobody else has, the kind of info, the kind of features we have, because it's unique to us, because you guys are letting me know what you experience, and I'm factoring that into the ETAs. So it's very unique to us, and nobody can really, recreate that, because it's really thanks to all of us as a collective that we're able to do this. So, yeah. Yeah, ETAs are very hard, Kobe, especially since they change every year. Very hard. It's not like you can just do a full thing and then call it good, because they change every single year. Yes, so I would say they're hard. They are for sure. But they're worth it. They're definitely worth it. What do I got behind me? I got an artificial Christmas tree. If you don't know, my personal YouTube channel is just Gabe Curtis. I do films. I'm a filmmaker. So I got G Films on that. If you don't know, that's like my brand. I have G Weather in G Films. Because I also occasionally do weather forecasting as well. So G Weather and G Films are like my two brands on my YouTube channel under my Gabe Curtis account. So G Films is for my filmmaking stuff. My friend actually got that for me. When did you get that for me? I don't know, like over this. I don't know if it was for my birthday or if it was over the summer. I don't even remember. Not this past year. It was like a few years ago. My friend, I think, got that for me for my birthday. Custom made the G Films sign, and then you can kind of see it, but not really. I have my own custom YouTube plaque right there that I actually custom ordered. That says, thanks for thanks, what? What does it say? Presented to Gabe Curtis for passing 1K. I'm like, what am I at now? Like 3.6, 3.8K? I don't know. Something like that on my main YouTube channel is what I'm up to. But I printed that a few years ago, or I custom ordered it a few years ago. So it's like my accomplishment for passing 1K. So yeah, I made that. I ordered that, but my friend custom ordered the G Film sign for my YouTube channel. And obviously we got the artificial tree. And then over here we got a like fireplace kind of like a fireplace effect where you can see the fire. It's not actual fire, but it gives that effect. But it is an actual heater. So not only that's like a prop, but it's an actual heater as well. So it's heating up my area here. And then I got a festive light up snowman on the top there. You guys will have to tune in on December 23rd, because that's when I will show off my entire HQ. So stay tuned. But that's a little sneak peek right now. I forgot to put this on. I always forget to put the music on repeat. Okay. "2021 was crazy with that. Thank you for doing Approved Users." Yeah, no problem. And yeah, I know. 2021 was crazy. Yes, needles, branches, yeah. For a second I was like glitching out. I was like, am I even saying the right thing? Is Australia one of Santa's first stops? I mean, yeah, in general, Australia is definitely a region that Santa hits first. But he obviously hits more places first. He hits like Eastern Russia and New Zealand first. And then I think within like the first half, like hour and a half of the tracker is then when he goes to Australia. What's up, Caitlin? Welcome back. Of course, Caitlin. Well, thank you for tuning into our stream. It means a lot. Yeah, so if you don't know, I've been on the team for like 8 years. This is our 10th year of AML. Andrew Lanigan, the founder, created this team in 2016. And again, like it was 9 years ago, but it's our 10th annual year because you always count the first year you start. Like, you know, like 2016, even though that was 9 years ago, it would be year 1 because that's the first stream that Andrew ever did. And then I joined in 2018, which would make me on year 2. So this is my 8th year tracking on AML and streaming for you guys, but it's our 10th year tracking overall. And then I have been tracking for like 15 years, making this my like 16th year. Well, I guess this is my 16th year tracking with NORAD as I started 15 years ago. So just independently. So yeah. That's awesome, Caitlin. I'm glad you found NORAD because of me or because of us. Kobe, I mean, I would always advise going to sleep if you can. I mean, I will tell you, if you don't know, I cannot fall asleep when Santa comes. I would say it's been since 2018 where I have not been able to get to sleep when Santa comes. I would advise trying to get to sleep, but don't be alarmed if you can't fall asleep, because as long as you stay in your bed and you are at least trying and you don't go out of your room, he will still deliver, even if you're awake, but you just have to try. You can't sneak out. If you happen to be awake, don't freak out, but do not sneak out either. As long as you stay in your bed, he will still deliver to you. I agree, Acer. I 100% agree with you. Yeah, I know. Or like, what's the point of creating a tracker at all if you're not actually going to put effort into it? You know, you're either faking it or you're like, what's the point of putting out another track? I mean, my point was if East Mountain Films does officially retire from TEPC, so far he's not actually, because we got private access this year. And we may or may not get private access this coming year. But if we don't, it's because TEPC will go public again, which is also very possible. We should know for sure by the end of the year. But my point is, if you're going to create an Easter tracker, that makes more sense because there's not as many Easter trackers. My point is, there's no point to create a Santa tracker when you already have NORAD. So I feel like it's a very crappy thing to do, to fake a Santa tracker when you already have a real Santa tracker, you know? Will you write a letter to Santa for Christmas Eve like you did for EB? Yes, every single year, once Santa and the Easter Bunny at Easter arrive into mainland United States, I pull out a pen and paper. I ask you guys on stream what questions you would like me to ask Santa, in this case, for Christmas. I write those questions down. I put it out next to the cookies and everything in my stocking. And then when Santa comes to my house, he replies on Christmas morning. I read the note to you guys on stream. And then the new addition this year is, on top of that, on AML, under secret AML files, your questions will be added to this page on amltruckers.com/secret files. I've already done that from years past. Some of you guys' questions that you've asked that Santa's answered, and also just some of the questions I asked before I even joined AML or before AML even existed. They're all here. But this will continue to expand every year because when you guys ask more questions and he answers to them, more of these questions will be added here. So that will be like the extra element added on to the fact that I'll also read it on stream. So pretty cool stuff. Absolutely, Acer. All right, see ya in a bit, Nathan. Wait, how come 2021 was crazy? Oh, Caitlin, just 2021 was a bad year with trolls and everything. There was a lot of people trolling on our streams and being very naughty and being very disingenuous and being very just not good people in general. That's why we do approved users. So everybody who's chatting right now is already approved to the chat to be able to chat, if that makes sense. What I do on the mainstream is I lock down the chat to where only people that I approve can chat. Because the troll problem got so bad in 2021 that like it just kept getting worse. I mean, 2021 was probably the worst year, but it still kept getting worse in general, or the problem at least still continued into the later years, like after. So then I did approve users to where I only approve the people who chat, so we don't have any trolls, if that makes sense. So everybody who's chatting now is already approved, so you don't have to worry about that. But just know for the mainstream, it's locked down to where I can only approve people. And we will have a Google form that people can fill out. If you're a brand new viewer in the moment, they can fill out a Google form. I can verify if it's a real person and not a troll, and then I add them to the chat. All good. All good, Nick. Glad to see you here. Yeah, I know. I'm bad at catching up on chat. Sorry, guys. What's up, Billy? Welcome in. Imagine if NORAD had their own classes and taught people how to make their own Santa Easter Bunny trackers. Wouldn't that be amazing? I mean, that'd be cool, but like Acer, I mean, NORAD really only... They're the only company who has the technology to actually track Santa, for example. So, I mean, it makes sense that they don't teach that stuff. I mean, they're the military. They can't really do that. I don't know, Kobe. They're probably getting things prepped at the North Pole. Yeah, Caitlin. Yeah, Google does use a lot of, like, I don't want to say, like, I guess cartoon animations. They're a lot more cartoonish, I would say, Caitlin. What time will Santa take off from the North Pole? Well, technically, you can see that right now. You see below me where it says right here. So NORAD confirmed Santa's departure at 11 UTC. That's 11 a.m. GMT. And also, if you want to know what that is in Australia time, are you near Sydney, Kobe? Where are you in Australia, at least time zone wise or territory wise? Because this will be very easy to figure out when Santa takes off for you. So if you see below me, like I said, on amltruckers.com/ETA, he takes off at 11 UTC. That's the same thing as 11 a.m. GMT, right? Okay, you say Sydney. Okay, so this is very easy to figure out, right? So let's go to GMT. And 11 a.m., which is when Santa takes off for GMT, is hour 5. So if you go over to amltruckers.com/time converter, you can see, okay, he takes off at hour 5, 11 a.m. So let's go down to Sydney, which, let's see, I have to remember what time zone Sydney's in. Is it in Eastern Daylight Time? Australian Eastern Daylight Time? If so, hour 5, that would be 9 p.m. I think that's right. Let me verify that. What time zone is Sydney, Australia in? Australian Eastern Daylight Time, GMT plus 11, or UTC plus 11. Yes. So here you go. That's how you do it, Kobe. Did I say hour 4 or did I say hour 5? Actually, hold on. Let me verify that. Hour 5, excuse me. I was off by an hour. So hour 5, 11 a.m. GMT. So if you cross-reference that, hour 5, he takes off at 10 p.m. Sydney time, Kobe, is when he takes off. 10 p.m. on Christmas Eve night for Sydney. And what do you think Santa will do before he gets on a sleigh? I don't know. I mean, it's possible we see more prep updates this year from NORAD. We'll have to wait and see. I wish NORAD Santa Tracker had way more updates. You mean for the tracker itself, Caitlin, or for like when Santa's preparing for launch? I agree with you there on Santa's preparing for launch. They may have more updates for prep either this year or next year. I think that's a very good bet. If it's not this year, I think it probably will be next year. So that's what I would say on that. In terms of the actual tracker, they can't really show too many more stops because the problem is if they show more cities, it slows down the accuracy of the tracker because it would be inaccurate if they try to. Santa's flying so fast that if they kept adding more and more towns each time, it would be like Google. It would be behind because Santa travels so fast that they can't show all the places he's going to on like the last scene and heading for. So that's why for that. But yeah, in terms of prep updates, yeah, I get you. But like I said, this year or next year, I think it's very possible that when Santa prepares, we'll see an update to that. They can at least tell us the basics of coding, ETAs, and other stuff like that. We just can't use the technology to track them. Exactly, yeah. Acer, I get you there. Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Is NORAD, I love NORAD, but they're one of the few trackers out there that don't do ETAs themselves. And my point is, well, NORAD's the only accurate tracker. I'm not going to use Google or use Holiday Tracker Hub, for example, or any other tracker, even though they show the ETA or the distance from you. I don't care because it's super inaccurate. The only tracker that's accurate, being NORAD, happens to be the only one without ETAs, which makes sense because they're the most accurate tracker. I mean, they're not necessarily going to have all the ability or even knowledge or even, I don't know, not even necessarily that, but just even, I don't know, the feature to add ETAs because all they do is track Santa. They're not going to make any claims themselves because they don't necessarily know when Santa will get to each place. They just track him. That's why they always say between 9 and midnight. So even though, yeah, it'd be cool if they had ETAs, I mean, I think it's special that they don't because since they're the only accurate tracker, it makes sense why they don't have necessarily an ETA system because they're not necessarily going to know. They don't want to make stuff up. I mean, they're just tracking Santa in real time. But because of that, we're innovating as AML to try to bring you those ETAs to kind of add on to what NORAD is showing. Will we be 100% accurate? No, because we don't track Santa. We don't have the technology to track Santa ourselves. NORAD has that kind of technology. We're just using educated guesses to give you guys a good idea on when Santa could get place to place based on the most accurate tracker there is, being NORAD. So that's kind of where we're at, and it's kind of cool because we can really innovate as a team, as AML, to do that because NORAD doesn't have ETAs. And it's a need, too, because other trackers have ETAs, but they're not accurate. So it's like, okay, I think it's very crucial for our team to be able to provide this to you guys because NORAD does not have that. Again, that comes with a disclaimer of the fact that we don't have the technology ourselves, so our ETAs won't necessarily be 100% accurate, but they will be close. They will be closer than any other service, any other platform in the entire world. We definitely do have the most accurate ETAs. When do you think Santa will arrive in San Jose? Caitlin, do exclamation point. Hold on, Caitlin. I think it's exclamation point North Central California, I believe is a rough estimate for San Jose. Exclamation point North Central California. That would give you the time remaining, a countdown until when Santa gets there. If you want the actual time, again, when our mainstream starts at 10 p.m. Pacific time on December 23rd, that's when you'll be able to come to the website and actually see a time to that. But if you want to just see the countdown, you can do exclamation point North Central California right now. Could you predict the slate could be getting upgraded? If so, what? New flight plan are like the same as last year? Kobe, honestly, I can't predict that. I honestly can't. I'm I'm not Santa. I'm not NORAD. I can't really predict that. Anybody who claims they can is not telling the truth, because it's very unpredictable. You can't just make those claims, because it's up to Santa in the moment. You don't know with NORAD until they're tracking him in real time, right? So I can't make any claims, because I truly do not know Kobe. All I can say is, I mean, I assume the UI, like the design of the sleigh and Santa, I assume that'll be the same, because they're not changing UI really on anything else. Do I expect the same route? I mean, obviously not the same route, because his route changes a little bit every year. I guess it's just kind of the difference. Is he going to get a way different route to where it's just so different? Or is he going to stay on a similar path to where you just see some changes, but it's kind of similar? I mean, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't know. All I know is there are changes to his route every year, no matter what. But we'll have to wait and see how big or small those changes may be, because I truly don't know. Good afternoon, Chase. How are you? Thanks for tuning in. I'm back, so hungry, and I'm making a sandwich. All good. Thank you for tuning back in, Nathan. So technically, NORAD was worse when they had cams. What do you mean, Caitlin? How so? No, that's not what I mean, Caitlin, in terms of the stops. I mean, Santa cams don't slow down him at all. I mean, the more Santa cams, the better, in my opinion. I hope they add more this year. But no, I don't mean the Santa cams, Caitlin. I just mean, you know when it says last seen and heading for? If they add too many stops, because the thing is, they can only show so many detected because he's flying so quickly. They can add as many Santa cams as they want, and it would still be accurate. My point is, if they add too many stops in last seen and heading for, that's when it could slow down the tracker. But they don't do that. They obviously only show some places because they don't want to slow down the accuracy. That's part of why NORAD's so accurate, not only because of all their radar and satellite technology that no other company has, because they're the military, but also the fact that they are intentionally not adding every single place that Santa shows up on their tracker, because they know that that's going to slow down the accuracy if they try to include everything in last seen or heading for. But with Santa cams, no, I mean, they can add as many as they want, because the point is, the Santa cams are never more than what the tracker says. So if there's a Santa cam in Sydney, that's because there's a Sydney stop. They never add Santa cams to stops they don't show. So they can add as many Santa cams as they want, and the accuracy is still perfect. It's still completely accurate. It's just, my point is adding more stops in. Yes, they do take out some stops from, every so often to put in new ones to correctly adapt to Santa's route to show where he's at. They do that. But just, my point is adding too many at a time without replacing some. That's obviously what could slow down the accuracy. The fact is, though, they never do that because they don't want to slow down the accuracy. But what they do, like I said, is just replace some of the towns from time to time to adapt to Santa's route for it to be more accurate. Awesome, Caitlin. Cookies sound great. Yeah, I still have to get my tree, Caitlin, as well. I'll probably get that tomorrow. I mean, I have my artificial tree behind me, but the main tree, the bigger tree, the real tree that'll be upstairs, probably get that tomorrow. Yeah, Kobe, Santa's sleigh always goes fast. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't get it either, Caitlin. Obviously, he's real, or he would not be tracking him, Yeah, exactly, Acer. And it's really interesting to know people who live in Australia or in Oceania, anywhere in that region. It's crazy how the tracker starts a couple hours at most before they get to their house. It's crazy. I would always love to experience that. It would be cool to be able to be in a region that's like way in the future in the time zones and be able to experience that, because it's just interesting on how that works. It's like Australia gets, especially New Zealand too, gets a very small warning before Santa comes to their house, because they go through most of Christmas Eve and then the tracker starts, which is very interesting. But that's just how time zones work. Yo, Harley, what's up? I managed to preserve and made it somehow. Let's go, Harley. How are you? I hope you're feeling better. Will you have more updates next year to the ETAs? Yeah, I'm sure we will. We add more every year. Yeah, so, Caitlin, I mean, that's a common occurrence. A lot of times, it just depends what houses he goes to. But sometimes, yeah, he does use the same wrapping paper from year to year. He's done that with me before. Sometimes he uses different wrapping paper. Sometimes he uses the same. I mean, that's pretty typical. Were you nervous being on the first ever AML stream that then you got used to it? It's funny. In 2018, my first ever stream for AML, I don't think I really was that nervous. I was just kind of happy to be on camera. Because I had already been on camera for my own YouTube channel and other stuff that I've done too. So it's like, I don't think I really was, to be honest. Well, I'm so excited Christmas is around the corner. Let's go, Chase. Yeah, me too. No, I have not heard bells, Kobe, especially not before Christmas. I don't think I've ever actually heard bells even when Santa came, but I do hear him like crashes and bangs and footsteps. I've heard that on the roof. I've heard that near the fireplace. I hear those kind of stuff every year. Yes. Caitlin, yeah, we'll probably be ending like in an hour or so. A little after 4 Mountain Time, probably. I assume so, Kobe. In regards to elves, is in his North Pole or the North Pole where it would be in? Okay, yeah, no, probably the North Pole where it would be in secret. I'm sure. I mean, that's where most people imagine it to be, so I would assume so. Welcome back, Caitlin. Yo, Daisy, what's up? Just over 10 days. I know, insane. You need to keep in mind they remove set of cams to either make a way for new ones, or another reason maybe it's a new cam in the same country and they have to remove one of the old ones. Exactly, yeah. So there's no confusion, yeah. BRB going to my mom. I was just looking at. Wait, what? Okay, BRB. I'm going to my mom. RQ. What? I don't even know what RQ means, unless that was a typo. I was just looking at police calls and seeing my grandmother just called the police 45 minutes ago. What? The dumb person next door putting snow in their driveway. Nathan, I am so lost with your story. If you could clarify, that would be great. But that's crazy. I don't even know how I made it to the stream. I feel physically and mentally exhausted. Well, sorry about that, Harley. I hope you do feel better. Are you feeling any better in terms of like, you said you were like, what did you say again? Oh, I'm just opening your snap. Hold on. What did you say? Oh, you had a stomach bug? Yeah, that sucks. I felt like I was getting sick this week, but I've been able to preserve and I'm pretty decent. So I might not actually be getting sick, so hopefully not. That's crazy, Kobe. I still have not finished the games. Oh my gosh. So what was the last? Okay. Where was I? Gift Joy. Day 6. Let's finish all the games finally. Does it snow where you live? Yes, it does. It hasn't snowed in a little bit. It snowed a little bit around my birthday, which was earlier in the month, and then it snowed in October. But other than that, it hasn't snowed too much this season so far. But I typically do get a lot of snow. I did just move over the summer, but I lived in Oregon, now I live in Idaho. Both places, though, typically do get a lot of snow, at least where I lived at and where I live at now. Just this year so far, not a ton, but I've gotten a little bit. I ate food I definitely shouldn't have, especially before Christmas. Oh, man, that sucks. Harley. Yes, I have cats, Caitlin. The games are so hard. The only one I like is hockey. Yeah. Welcome back, Nathan. Last week I got a few inches of snow. Not bad for Christmas season if I say so myself. Absolutely. Okay, let's play Gift Joy finally. I notice when I talk too much, my voice gets kind of groggy. So if you notice that, that's... Even though I thought I was getting sick earlier in the week, I didn't really end up actually getting sick. If it sounds like that right now, it's literally just because if I talk too much, my voice gets groggy. So just be prepared for that, for like the mainstream, because that's just how I work for some reason. If I talk too much, my voice kind of gets groggy. Okay, why can't I figure this out? I gotta look again. Oh, I thought it would give me, like, what the directions were. Oh, X. X? Okay. Oh, I see. Arlie, it would be southeast Idaho. Hopefully that's not confusing for you guys. I just wanted to I was attempting to make the commands easier because I was like, oh, instead of putting eastern, instead of like I just thought east would be more simpler than eastern or anything like that. Any direction, the direction like west, north, south, east would be better than western, northern, south, all southern, like that kind of stuff. Although there are a few exceptions. Because, like, for example, Western Sahara, that's the name of the region. So, obviously, that works. But generally, for a lot of places that are just general directions, I try to shorten it down to just north, south, east, and west. Or northwest, northeast, whatever it may be. And if you're not sure, just type in the region for anybody who's watching. Because, obviously, you guys aren't going to know what each region is. So, if you guys are unsure, just... start with just the name of the country or state or territory, and then if it tells you to specify, it will list the places that you can specify for. That's probably the easiest way to do it, if you don't know for sure. What game am I playing? This is day 6, Gift Joy. Gabe, don't close the tab when you press space like the last time. Yes, I know. I will not take advice from Michael again. Ooh. The hype on Christmas Eve stream's gonna be crazy. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Caitlin, I know. Same thing. I was hoping the same thing. I was like, great. I do not want to get sick before Christmas. But so far, I've been good. Apparently I can't. Okay. There we go. Nope, maybe not. Okay, what did I just do? No, oh my gosh. This is not working. Oh no. Well, that's interesting. I've just noticed, so if you don't know, I have my fridge plugged into the same, like, power strip as everything, or not everything else, but multiple things, including one of my screens for my computer. And whenever it, like, turns on to cool more stuff off or turn off whatever it's doing, it turns off one of my screens right here for a few seconds. But then I think it then cuts off my desktop audio and or mic for a few seconds too. So I might have to find another outlet to plug my fridge into. But the funny thing is I'm filled up on all my outlets and I have extension cords for everything. So I don't know how I'm going to separate the outlet anyway, but I think I need to figure that out. Just funny how that works. Anytime like it cools off or whatever it's doing, it then turns off my monitor for a few seconds and may or may not turn off my desktop audio for a few seconds. It's just funny how that works. I've probably overloaded all my outlets, but it's funny. No, that's not what I want to do. I was hoping I could do both, but never mind. Oh, I died though. Oh, but it still doesn't matter. I still move on to level 2. Cool. I'm excited too, Daisy. Cannot wait. Has there been any people really mean in your chat? I mean, I've taken care of it, Caitlin. So anytime there has been, I've like banned them and not approved them to the chat, if that makes sense. I mean, yeah. I mean, the short answer is yes, but I mean, I take care of it, so you guys don't even know what's happening until like you guys. The system that I have going makes it to where you guys don't have to worry about it because like I can prevent it before it happens, if that makes sense. No, why did I do that? Oh my gosh. Oh crap. Okay. Apparently there are flu cases going around the entire UK now, but I don't get it, especially after being sick. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, hopefully not. Is your street quiet? I mean, in very snowy on Christmas Eve. I mean, I just moved to Idaho over the summer. I mean, I would think that it's typically definitely snowier on Christmas time for sure. Although this year is more mild, so I'm not sure about this year. But I think, for the most part, yes. But in terms of this year, I don't know. I hope so. But it could be more mild. And yeah, it's pretty quiet. I mean, I kind of live out on the countryside, so yeah. Sounds good. See you later, Caitlin. Yeah, Nathan. Let's see, what am I up to now? I don't even know what I'm up to. Sometimes, Kobe, some of them are. Let's go, Nathan. Oh my gosh, I keep hitting the volume on my keyboard. Why do I keep doing that? It's right next to my arrow key, which is very... Like, I always accidentally click it. Oh, I'm only on level 2? Oh, I thought I was higher than that. Oh, so I do keep... Okay. I would have sworn I saw when I died, even though I got it in, I advanced a level. But now every time I do it, I don't advance a level. So, that's funny. Okay. Well, anyway, I guess I am stuck on level 2 as well. Okay, so that's day 6. Let's do day 7, 3D Santa run. Yes, I do, Caitlin. I do like my new place. 10 days and 10 hours. Let's go. I know, Harley. I know. You don't have to point that out. I've always loved this game, though. Probably one of my favorite games on NORAD. Oh, okay. It's easier to use my mouse, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe it's not easier. Never mind. I'm going to use... I got to bring my keyboard this way, though. Yeah, Caitlin, that was Harley, one of our team members. I mean, he's right. I sucked at that game. I suck at most games, to be fair. How did you walk through the tree? Oh, yeah, great question. I thought it just, if you do it enough, you die, but I thought like the first time or maybe the second time, it like you have maybe 3 lives or something, and if you do it once, you're okay, but if you do it a few times, then you die. That's what I thought, but who knows? Or it's just a glitch, I don't know. Ooh. See, same thing with the reindeer. If you do it once, you're fine. If you do it more than that, I think, that's when you die. Okay, maybe... Okay, so it is 3 times. Probably. If you do it twice, you're fine. If you do it 3 times, you die, I think. See you later, Caitlin. Have a great night. Ooh. What's up, JJ? How are you, man? Hello, Gabe. So excited for this year. Yes, me too, man. Thank you for tuning in. Ooh, there we go. Okay, let me catch up on chat. Level 3 was so hard, I gave up. Yeah. Yeah, but you gotta deal with my dog barking at everything he sees or hears. And because people downstairs across the hall are moving out, so they're making a lot of noise. All good, Nathan. See you in a bit. All good, Ethan. How are you? Yes, let's go, Harley. Dude, Acer, I don't know. I don't even know what that's all about, honestly, Acer. We don't track anything other than Santa, the ISS, or the Easter Bunny, or weather. Those are the only things we've ever tracked and probably that we will ever track. I just don't have much time for whatever else. I mean, when I'm not streaming this stuff, I mean, I'm doing a lot. So probably not, Acer. What's up, Keith? Welcome. How are you? Yeah, I literally got ran over by a reindeer right after that. Will the Polar Express go to the North Pole this year? Probably, Kobe. I gotta watch that again. I watched it in September because I was in the mood to watch Polar Express. So I'm gonna watch it again probably pretty soon. I'm great, Ethan. I'm back. I got him to start barking. Good. Okay, so next game, which would be day 8, I think. Yeah, day 8 would be Rabbit. I'm gonna go to the restroom right now, and I'll be right back. And then I'm gonna come back and play day 8 of NORAD, being Rabbit. I will be right back, everybody. I am back, everybody. Gabe got ran by over a raider walking from grandma's house. Yeah. What are you asking for Santa this year? Chase, honestly, like, I don't need anything. I've kind of gotten to the point where, like, I get stuff from Santa every year. I do, and I love everything he gets me. But I just have him surprise me with everything every year because I personally don't ask for stuff anymore. Like, even with my family, really, I just don't. You know, I still get great gifts, even from Santa every single year. I just don't go out of my way to ask for anything because I can't really think of anything to ask for. And honestly, I have everything I need. So I don't ask for anything personally, but I still get great stuff every year. Plus, I love it because, like, I just get surprised every year. And I'm like, wow, I couldn't even have thought of that. So, yeah. Oh, Harley, don't even get me started. So, with that tracker, this is how it works, if you don't know. And if Joe's still watching too, Joe, this is how that tracker worked. So, anytime you went on that tracker, you know, for St. Nicholas Day, for the people who celebrate that, I personally don't, but for anybody who does celebrate St. Nicholas Day, for that tracker, how it works is every time you logged on to that site during that tracking, it would just grab your IP, and it grabs your IP to get an approximate location, and then it pretends the tracker shows it in your area because it grabs your IP to get an approximate location. And I will tell you why. Why was it different for everybody? Because it grabs everybody's individual IP to get an approximate location. Let me go even further with this. Why was it different on Joe's phone versus Joe's computer? Here's the answer. Because your phone has a GPS on it getting more of a precise location, and your computer is always going to have approximate location picking up off of like more IP or VPN. So if you have a VPN activated, it would have even shown it completely somewhere else. That's how it works. I don't know what's the point of creating that if that's what it does. There's no route, there's no anything. Just every time you log on or anytime you refresh, it grabs your IP to get you in a location. So on your phone, it's always going to be closer to your house because that's where you have your GPS on. On your computer, it's going to be further away for a lot of people because a lot of computers have approximate location because it's picking off of IP instead. And then it just pretends within 5 to 10 minutes to move somewhere else. But the second you close out of it and go back onto it or just press the refresh button, it grabs your IP again and brings you back to your location. But like I said, you're going to get that difference between the phone and the computer because it picks up your location differently. That explains all that. I don't know what the point of that was. Like, what's the point? There's no route, no anything. It just picks your location and or IP. And it's like, and they should have thought about that too, because do they not realize if you're on a phone versus a computer, it's going to be a different location? Like, that's just how it works. For the most part, computers don't have GPSs. Phones do. So computers always pick up IP instead, which is less accurate. But even so, that's a weird business model to every time you log on, it pretends it's in your area. It picks your GPS and or IP and then just change to a random spot later on that it's programmed to do. So that's why. But it's very weird. Yeah, he went from Russia to the UK, then Mongolia in like 2 seconds. Yep, that's why. It's programmed to say whatever, some random area after it picks up your IP. That's why. It's not even programmed well because a tracker should be in the same spot for everybody. But since it picks up your IP, it pretends it's in your area, and then it switches to some random program thing, which of course it's going to be different because it's like in a rotation. So if you're in a different spot than somebody else is, it's going to be a different rotation because it's just programmed to do random stuff. Anyway. Thanks, Nathan. I'm gonna go soon, but we'll join the camp stream on the 23rd. Awesome, Daisy. Have a good week in a bit. Bye. See you later. But yeah, crazy. We have 10 days. Insane. See you later, Daisy. On the day the ISS retires, could you stream the day where it crashes into Point Nemo? I couldn't see that from here. That's a historic day in history. Maybe. Acer, maybe. I'm not sure. Favorite Christmas song? Carol of the Bells. Yeah, Joe, Nathan, Harley. I'm talking about the Krampus tracker that you guys that Harley and Joe went on briefly, around my birthday because that falls around St. Nicholas Day. Again, I don't celebrate St. Nicholas Day personally, but I just wanted to let you know that's how the tracker works. It grabs your IP, pretends it's in your house or near your house, and the reason why it's a difference between the crap, I almost unplugged my mic. The reason why it's different on your phone and your computer is because you have precise location on your phone and approximate on your computer, so it's going to pick up a different location. And each location that you are across the world, for every other person, it's going to be a different location because it grabs your IP for your location. And then because you're in a different spot, it's programmed to do random rotations. But because you're in a different spot, it's going to be a different rotation for everybody else because it starts at a different place where it picks up your IP, depending on where you are across the world. It's a very odd, business model. I don't understand it. Fate Polar Express scene, man, I don't know. I mean the intro, I love the intro where, the boy is, at first doubting the existence, of Santa. He kind of thinks he's getting too old or whatever, or the parents do, I think. And then, they're both kind of the parents were like, oh, I feel like the magic's about over. And then the boy is kind of doubting, oh, should I still be believing, all that kind of stuff. But then, the Polar Express comes in, everything shakes up, and then through the movie, he gets that belief back because of everything he experienced, because he knows that, seeing isn't believing. Believing is seeing, right? I've just always loved the intro to Polar Express. And I love at the end, or not even at the end, but the climax too. He rings the bell and he can hear it. Now he believes. And at the end, he still rings it. But the parents in the movie don't hear the bell because that's an implication that they don't believe. But the most important part is you still believe. If you still believe, Santa will still come to you. I love that Christmas movie. I really do. I've come to love it even more every single year. It's probably one of my favorite classic Christmas movies at this point. It really is. Let's see. What was I got it. Okay, let's see. What's up, Cody? How many movies have you watched this Christmas season? Okay, on September 1st and or September 2nd, one of those days, I watched Polar Express. Then I think I also got a Netflix subscription. Restarted my Netflix subscription the same day. Watched Christmas Chronicles, the first one. So I think between September 1st and September 2nd, I had watched Christmas Chronicles and the Polar Express. And then I watched Christmas Chronicles 2, I think the last week of October, I think. Or maybe the first week in November, somewhere in there. Is that all so far? Maybe. Oh no, I watched another one. There's a cute movie on Netflix called I Believe in Santa. I think that's what it's called. It's a really cute movie. It's about this grown adult who he's like the lone guy who still believes out of like everybody he knows, and it's a really cute movie. Like, you know, like he's obsessed with Christmas. He believes in everything, and then he you know, has a romantic interest, and then once she finds out he believes in Santa, she kind of takes a step back and thinks, you know, he's a little crazy. But like by the end of the movie, she accepts him for who he is, and he kind of brought the magic to the main character's like daughter, who still believed. The mom didn't believe, but by the end of the movie, like I said, she kind of accepted that, you know, now I think they're together or whatever, and she's accepted the guy for who he is, that, you know, he still believes in everything. But honestly, it's a really cute movie. I watched that. What else? Maybe one more, but I cannot think of it. Oh, I did watch another movie. It wasn't that good. I watched a lower budget film just to give it a try. I forgot what it was called. It's on Netflix. It was okay. It just wasn't that good. I mean, or as good as the other ones I mentioned. I think that's about it. But I'm going to get Disney Plus here soon and rewatch the Santa Clauses and the Santa Claus movies, and also the Santa Claus series. I'm going to rewatch that. And I'll probably rewatch Polar Express again, at least. Okay. Yeah, Harley, I mean, it basically has to. Because like I said, like at the very least, it grabs your GPS on your phone. And on your computer, it has to grab your IP, because there's no other way that it would show you near your area every single time unless it didn't grab your IP, at least on your computer. And then it probably grabs just your GPS to make it more accurate to where you're located at, you know, on your phone. Because that, you know, that's a device with a GPS, unlike a computer usually. I feel like my chair is kind of wobbling. I just noticed that. It's kind of weird, but anyway. But yeah. But it's weird because that tracker doesn't ask for your location, does it? Correct me if I'm wrong, Joe and Harley, but it doesn't ask you for your location, does it? It just automatically grabs your IP and or GPS, depending on what device you're on, without even asking. Yeah, so that is a little scary, definitely. I got in a debate with some of my friends recently. Name your top 3 Christmas movies in any order. Go. Polar Express, The Christmas Chronicles, and The Santa Claus, I would have to say. Yeah. All right, Joe. See you later. Have a good night. Okay, that settles it. I'm watching Polar Express tonight. Let's go, Cody. In my controversial but probably accurate opinion, I think Home Alone 3 or 4 are probably the 2 worst Christmas movies of all time. Honestly, Harley, I've never gotten into Home Alone. I've watched it maybe like once or twice, but I've never been into Home Alone. It's just not the same as like a classic Christmas movie, you know? What's up, Caitlin? Welcome back. Awesome, Caitlin. Least favorite Christmas movie? I mean, I don't know. The Grinch? I've never been a huge fan of The Grinch, honestly. Yeah, I think I've watched the realistic one, Caitlin, and both The Grinch, the realistic one, and animated one. I mean, they have so many now, but in general, I'm just not the biggest fan. Oh, yeah, I still didn't see it. Violent Night has David Harbour in it, right? Harley, you know, Hopper from Stranger Things. Doesn't he play the Santa? If that's the right movie I'm thinking of, I do really want to watch it. I just haven't yet. I don't actually play any video games, Caitlin. No. I was never a Jonas Brothers fan, but I watched their Christmas special film on Disney Plus and thoroughly enjoyed it. Interesting. I think when I get Disney Plus to watch the Santa Clauses, I might have to check that out. If they aren't asking, isn't that ceiling? Yes. Correct, Nathan. Also recommend to listen to Seth MacFarlane's Christmas music, the best, along with Bublé's, in terms of having homage. I don't know if I'm saying that right. The old songs with a new twist. Awesome. Okay. Will do. I mean, Cody, not too much, because I only moved an hour ahead of the time zone I was in before. I moved from Pacific time to Mountain time. But it'll be a little bit different with the tracker and everything being an hour later. But other than that, not really. Yes, I do know Goosebumps. Really, Caitlin? I feel like toys are always pretty high quality, but I mean, I guess it depends what you ask for. I have not, Leisha. I don't think so. I don't think I've seen Jack Black, It's a Christmas Movie either. Arthur Christmas, that's another one that Harley recommended. I still want to watch it. Where do I watch it, though? Because it's a British film. I don't know where to watch it. I know it's a British film, so I've never seen it, but I think it's available somewhere. I just don't remember where. I don't think it's available on Netflix, or U.S. Netflix, because it's a British film, but I don't know. I might have to buy it. I don't know. Jim Carrey's was good, but the original is better in shorter. Yeah, I get that, Acer. Home Alone got a 2 out of 4 out of 10 on IMDb. Crazy. Yeah. If you watch Christmas Vacation, my parents love Christmas Vacation. I think I've maybe seen a little tiny bit of it, but I've never just sat down and watched it. My parents for years have been like, Gabe, you gotta watch Christmas Vacation with us, but I've just never watched it. Probably should, though. Other than just clips and stuff. Favorite Christmas movie? I mean, Polar Express, Christmas Chronicles. I mean, they're definitely my top 2 favorite Christmas movies. And then probably third would be like Santa Claus. Grinch is on Peacock, yeah. Santa Claus, Arthur Christmas, Jonas Brothers Christmas Movie, Elf and Polar Express. Awesome, Kobe. Not much happened, Caitlin, when you're gone. Oh, I still have to catch up on the games. That is so funny. Elf has always felt overrated to me, even though I love... Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched Elf in a while, but I like it. I just haven't watched it in a while. Yeah, Cody. But yeah, I need to rewatch Elf. That's another one I wanted to watch this year because it's been a little while since I've seen it. Awesome, Leisha. Yeah, I remember that, Caitlin. But yeah, I would say like Home Alone. I've never been into Home Alone, honestly. Or The Grinch. Oh man, Harley. Yeah, that's a great song. Gabe Curtis singing, you know, what is it? Holly Jolly Christmas, brought to you by Google Translate. I mean, yeah. You should be know-it-all on Christmas Eve. Yeah, I mean, hey, Andrew did say if our mainstream and like other parts before it, I guess, get 100 likes, I will dress up as the know-it-all kid from Polar Express because everybody has always said I looked exactly like him. Not only in the tracking community. I remember being in middle school and people saying that I look like him. So, if that happens, I will do it. Yeah, I've never watched anything Sonic Acer. I just haven't. Fred Claus is another one of my favorites, highly underrated. Yeah, I was actually... Oh, no. Drop frames a little bit. That's not... Oh, no. Drop frames. No, drop frames. Can I see stream health? There we go. Are we good, guys? There's some drop frames on OBS. Are we good? Let me know if we're good. Okay, now it's green again. That was kind of weird. Yeah, OBS has been kind of weird. Nothing to do with my Wi-Fi, but there's just been more drop frames on OBS. I don't know why. But yeah, Fred Claus, I saw that. That was on my watch list, too. I also want to watch it. I've never watched it before. I don't know if there are any Leprechaun trackers, Caitlin. Honestly, I don't know. You'll dress up as a know-it-all kid. Yeah, if we reach 100 likes before the main stream starts, like on our main stream and some streams before it, then yeah, I will. I don't know if we'll do that, though. What do you mean, Caitlin? Seems fine to me. Good. We're good. Okay, good. And I don't know why OBS is overreacting. What's up, Carrie? Welcome in. I will only do that, Kobe. I'll only do a know-it-all impression. And dress up as him if we reach 100 likes on the main stream before the day. So, that was the promise. I do need... Okay, I gotta catch up on those games. Okay. Let's catch up on those games. When we left, let's go, Carrie. Yeah, same, Nathan. Not that again. Okay, see you in a bit, Nathan. Okay, let's catch up on those games. Okay, where was I? Okay, 3D Santa Run Rabbit, day 9 of NORAD. I am going so slow with this today. Oh, was that already open, actually? It was. That's funny. I remember this from last year. Why is nothing working? Oh my gosh. There we go. I encourage giving Fred Claus a watch before Christmas Eve. I think you'll like it. Yeah, absolutely. I would definitely do that. Yeah, Caitlin, that phrase is way too overused. I'm kind of done with it. How do I double jump again on this game? I know there's a way to do it. You just double tap it? I don't know. Wait, how do I... Hold on, what? Yes, I know. 10 days till Santa takes off. Let's go. Exactly, Nathan. Come on. Oh my gosh. There we go. You're good, Caitlin. There we go. You're all good, Caitlin. Oh, I keep hitting my... Why do I keep doing that? Was this full screen before? I don't remember it being full screen. Nothing happened, Caitlin. You're good. I was just saying, me personally, is, you know, tired of hearing that. I mean, you're fine. I'm just saying, like, in general. Oh my gosh, I cannot. Yeah, I'll play that, Kobe. Before we know it, Santa will be flying around the world. I know, insane. Come on. This is so hard to do. What level are you on? 2? Oh my gosh. Okay, why can't I do this? Okay. Why am I... Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, Nathan. There we go. There we go. Level 4. Yeah, Harley. Oh yeah, I remember this one from this level from last year. Ooh. Oh, no! Went too fast. Okay, no. Oh, no, 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 no. I can't jump up fast enough without hitting into that. Oh, still waited. Awesome, Caitlin. Oh my gosh, I keep hitting the volume button on my keyboard because it's right next to the arrow key. Okay. Oh my gosh, I don't think I can pass this level. Yeah, I know I am, Harley. Ooh, ooh. Okay, well anyway, that was that. I can only get through level 3 apparently. All right, let's do day 10. Or maybe day 9. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, day 9, I guess, of NORAD. So that was day 8 being Rabbit. Christmas gift packing. Go on level 6. Let's go. You did better than me. Exactly, Harley. Oh, I remember this one from last year. Let's see. Cut the rope to start. Oop, nope. Okay. I can put it anywhere? I felt like that's different from last time. Wait, no. I don't remember that ever being the case last time, but okay. Oh! No! Alright, Harley. Catch you later. I hope you continue to feel better. Yo, Andrew, what's up?
What's up? Oh man, sorry, I had to go eat food there earlier, and then I actually completely forgot the stream was on.
You're good. Yeah, I know, Nathan. That's why at least on desktop, you can mute the site completely, and that's what I did because, yeah, I've had that problem in the past. Oh, wait, I just redid
Did you not?
We'll see. Huh?
Did you notice anything new at all within the NORAD site? Like, did they add anything new this year?
I mean, yeah, half of the games are new. Let's see, what else? Good. That's the main thing. And the fact that the yellow, that the music player is yellow, like on the pause button. I mean, that's about it. Oh, well, and the fact that you can call to NORAD from the site itself come Christmas. Those are the 3 new things.
That's good.
But yeah, half the games are new, which is nice that they still revamp those every year. And like I said, to call NORAD on stream or not on stream. Well, so the problem is I kind of disabled it. It was my fault. When I was messing around with this on the launch site stream, I accidentally disabled the phone thing. So now I can't use it. That's my bad. I actually accidentally just clicked the wrong button, but anybody else can go to the website, press via phone, connect it to Google Voice, and call from the site. But I accidentally somehow disabled it, and I don't know how to get it back, but that's my own fault. Anyway, so that, and like I said, half the games are new. Those were the main things, and the fact that the music player is yellow or whatever.
Cool.
I'm just surprised they didn't add the 70th year emblem to the website, because that every 5 years for their anniversary year milestones, they always have the year on the logo. So it's kind of weird that this year they don't have that. But
yeah, it is so weird, isn't it? It would have been like simple advertisement, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like promotion material, you know what I mean?
They did it on the merch. They just didn't do it on the site, which is very weird.
Yeah.
Awesome, Carrie. Yeah, I'm going to be calling NORAD on stream as well for the mainstream. A lot of the stuff is the same, Caitlin, but like I said, NORAD has half of their games so far are new, and then they have a new feature on the website to where you can call their ops center directly from the website. And then I expect the most amount of changes I expect this year actually will be the tracker itself, or something to do with like the content, like Santa cams, anything like that. That's where I expect the most amount of updates this year, if we're going to see more. I'm probably going to go, well, since I started a little bit late, I'm probably going to go till like, 4:10 or so. So 15 minutes I'll probably stream for. Okay, so that was day 9. Let's go day 10 on NORAD. Pixel Christmas. Oh, not this one. I'm already sucking, but okay. Let's just try it again. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Awesome, Caitlin. Yeah, I know. I think they did remove radar. I'm pretty sure they did, because it's obviously not here.
Gabe, do you obviously know what LinkedIn is, don't you?
Yes.
So look what I sent you on Discord. So
okay, hold on.
I won't mention his name, but you obviously know who he is. And like literally as I'm on stream, I just got the notification that I tried connecting with him back a while ago, and he connected back with me just there. So
really?
I might shoot him a message.
That's
I might
cool.
shoot him a message.
Yeah, do it. I'm not going to talk specifics on stream, but just to update you, very vaguely, I had gotten confirmation, kind of, but like I'm still waiting to hear back. I got the okay, yet I got ghosted in terms of like details.
Yeah.
But I did get the okay. I'm just waiting to hear back. So in theory, we're good. I just like.
Yeah, 100%. It depends. Like, yeah, it's all good, man. I don't know. Like, do you know who exactly it would be, or like what their role is? Or
not yet.
just
No, I just got the okay from the general okay for it. Because they said they would be happy to hook that up. When I responded to try to figure out more details is when I kind of got ghosted. So I reached out again just recently, and we'll kind of see this next week because I might reach out another time depending on how things go. But feel free to reach out to that guy too. I mean, because I don't even think he's necessarily involved with NORAD anymore, so it would still be kind of a different thing to do, which would be kind of cool. I don't know.
100%. That's what I'm thinking. Oh no, it's like he was involved for years, to be fair, so it's still
cool absolutely
about everything.
Maybe he still is. I all I know is I don't know. I just know the role that he had before he doesn't have anymore, because I actually know who has that role now.
Yeah.
But yeah. But that would still be sick though. Is Michael probably does know what we're talking about, because I've brought him up to speed with everything. Only you and Michael know our conversation right now.
Yeah, true.
I'm just not gonna say anything obviously on stream, but yeah. Kind of cryptic wording there.
Is he still involved with NORAD? I'm trying to see. Oh, he still is.
Okay, he still is. Then he's just not in the role. He's just not in that same role then.
Yeah, with the US Air Force he is.
Cool.
Or he's like a logistics planner now.
Cool, yeah.
He's definitely not in that role.
Yeah.
Let's see if he's ever actually posted it.
Lol, I'm just listening. I don't know what. Well, that's good, Nathan. I mean, we're not gonna say anything. I just wanted to update Andrew. Okay, I suck at this game, so that's that. We're gonna go to day 11, which is 3D Santa jump. Okay. Move Santa left to right. Okay. I remember this one. What? No. We'll see, Caitlin. We'll see how good I am with this. What am I doing wrong? I don't understand. Okay, home. Left. Hey, is that so yellow? Oh, I forgot. Yeah. Okay. No, but I couldn't get to it before I did it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm cooked, I think. I see what I'm supposed to do, but this, like, I can't, it's not moving unless I have to go left or right. Oh, okay. That's why. I was using the arrows on my keyboard. That's my bad. I'm not sure if you can beat me. Yeah, probably not, Caitlin. Suck at it too. Yeah, Nathan. All right, see you later, Acer. Have a good night. Well, I did it. What? Okay, that makes no sense.
I matched the color. Okay. Okay, I guess I have to do it really fast. Oh crap! No.
Gabe, you know the guy who's in his role now. What do they do now? Do you know? Did they do anything special?
You mean for the role of the guy that you sent me?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you don't know that, she is the one who came on our stream on 2021, I think. I haven't talked to her in so long because I'm not being cryptic at all, but anyway, but no, I don't know specifics really, because that's not the person that I've been talking to. I just know that she's in charge of all that stuff now.
If we could get her name, that'd be great. Dude, you don't know her name, do you?
No, I do. I actually have her on Discord. Because remember in 2021 when she came into VC. I don't know if she still is on Discord or not. That was going to be my last resort, if my thing didn't follow through.
Wait, is she the one who's in charge of it?
No.
Oh.
No. Not the person I've been talking. I mean, the person I've been talking to that I started out, yes, but that's a different person.
Wait, so have you made contact with the person that you think is overseeing the whole thing now, or is that the person who?
That's yes. I've been in Okay, I can't make this sound any more cryptic than it already is. But
right. We'll talk about it after stream. How about that?
Okay,
or you can just message me.
Let's do that. Yeah. Oh gosh. So for this game, Nathan, you're supposed to match the color of the ball to it, basically.
Make sure you guys, if you are in the stream, you're just chilling or whatever, make sure you guys have turned on notifications for all our streams coming over the next 2 weeks. Next week, sorry.
Yeah.
We have so much going.
Yeah, absolutely. And I said that before. I absolutely love the Santa Claus series. That's what I said when I get Disney Plus again. I'm gonna rewatch the Santa Claus series. The Santa Claus Is series. I do love that series, man. I just hope they make a new season at some point. Not this year, I guess, but hopefully next year. Because I know Tim Allen's doing a ton of other stuff right now, so I knew they weren't gonna do it this year, but hopefully next year. Ooh. 600. How are you to level 600? I don't even know what level I'm on because it doesn't say.
Level 600. Jenny Mac. Alright, hopefully this guy messaged me back.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I imagine so, G. Okay, we're gonna end in about. Let's see. I'm trying to look at both screens at once here. Where are we at? Okay, I'll end about 5 minutes at 4:10 is when we'll end. Everybody. That's enough for 3D Santa Jump. Let's go on over to day 12, the second to the last one to catch up on Snowball World. 648. That's insane, Alicia.
Oh my. Sorry. I'm just going through some old NORAD graphics, yeah? They advertised their 66 year, yeah? And put like a sticker on it saying it's their 66 year, and they've done nothing for their 70th year. What?
That's weird.
1 second, I'll show you the image now. I'm going through. I'll just copy and paste it.
I mean, like I said, they made a bigger deal about it for merch and everything, but for some reason on their website, I mean, they have though with their anniversary video they did too. It just not on the website emblem for some reason.
Yeah, true.
I'll look at Discord in a second.
Cool.
Yeah, Nathan. Oh, I'm just letting it play while I'm on my phone. Hold on, guys. Oh, wow. I have never seen that, Andrew. That's funny. I don't even know if that's official, though, because I know they only do emblems for their every 5 years. Where did you get that from?
I'm on the great website we've used for years. Look at this. Look what I just sent you as well.
Oh,
so many interviews have been uploaded.
No, I saw that. I logged on recently, and I did see that.
There's so many.
Yeah, I did see that.
Oh, here are 2024. Oh, a lot of them are 2024.
Oh yeah. You're talking about a lot of them. There's a few recent ones for this year, but a lot of them are 2024. A cool thing though is, so I noticed, a few days ago is when they started uploading just a few 2025 ones. But anyway, for 2024, it was cool. Before they added a few for this year, the first one that came up was a news station that I know personally, and one of the guys I know personally who actually interviewed NORAD last year. He works at a news station in Portland that I was literally just with him, let's see, I guess earlier this year before I moved from Oregon, because, I went to the Meteorological Society meetings, which he's a part of the same group. And I just realized he did an interview with them like last year, and I had no idea until I just happened to go on and see that.
That is sick. That is very cool. Right, I'm going to leave it because I'm going to bed. I have to get up for work at like 7 a.m. So
I was gonna end in like 2 minutes. Did you want to just stay on for a couple and then we can finish that conversation in like 2 minutes after?
Yeah, true, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Let's do that.
So that was that game, and now day 13, the last game of NORAD before I end here in just a couple minutes, everybody. This is Neon Bricks. See you later, G. Thank you for tuning in, man. See you later. Okay. I can't believe we only have 10 days, basically. That's insane.
I know.
Yeah, I remember this too, Nathan. Half of the games are old, but half of the games are new, which is nice that they are revamping some stuff.
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Okay. I know, Nathan, insane. All right, guys, I'll be ending very shortly. I'm just going to finish off this last game in NORAD, which is day 13, which is today. I'll try to get through stage 1, and then we're going to end the stream in probably just a minute here. Ooh. Oh, I gotta get... All I'm aiming for at this point is stage 1 to complete that. That's all I'm wishing for. Come on. Ooh. Oh no, why? Okay, we're gonna really try to do this here. Ooh. Got like a bonus thing there. What was that? It's like a boost of something. That game... that game don't want you to end stream. Apparently not. Oh my gosh. I was so close. What the heck? Oh, come on. Okay. We can do this. So close. All I'm asking for is to get through stage 1. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Ooh. So close. Oh, this is going to be probably kind of hard. Oh my gosh. Come on, go to the left. Come on. Oh. Better not lose this. I swear if I lose this. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Ooh. Ooh. Come on, go to the right. Come on. Ooh. Oh, no! Come on! Well, anyway, I'm still going to end stream because, you know, it's getting to that kind of time. But I was so close to finishing stage 1. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you have a blessed day, everybody. You had 4 blocks left. I know, Nathan. I know. We got 10 days, 9 hours, 45 minutes. Wait, what? Something's off. It says 40. Oh, that's funny. NORAD is off itself. Not on my computer, or not on what you see on stream, but just NORAD site itself that's covered. Anyway, we have 10 days, 9 hours, 45 minutes left until the Santa Tracker countdown ends and Santa starts making preparations for launch, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I completed stage 1. Lucky Alicia. We'll see you all next stream or in Discord. Have a good week, everybody. You too, Nathan. Everybody on the stream, have a good week and night, everybody. God bless, and see you in exactly a week for test stream number 4, the final test stream of the season. Tune in exactly a week, next Saturday, the 20th. Bye to you as well, Alicia. Take care. We'll see you guys in a week. That'll be our last stream up until our lineup on the 23rd, other than maybe what Andrew has planned for countdown streams. See you guys later. Peace out.